Hello and welcome to the Extreme Z Podcast, the only Dokkan podcast making your favorite talk show format relevant again. I'm your host, Epic Mewtwo.
And I'm your co-host, Kayvon.
And welcome back for episode 15 of the Extreme Z Podcast. I almost just said the Dokkan Podcast. I mean, we are the Dokkan Podcast, the premier Dokkan Podcast.
Exactly.
But anyway, today, we have a very exciting episode, and I think you can probably tell by now, a very long episode.
Yeah, this is a big boy.
Certainly the longest episode in podcast history. Today we have the boy Honton X Live, or just Honton, on as a guest today. He talked a lot, as you can see, but that's okay. We enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. Honton, I think, enjoyed it as well. So I hope you guys like it. I know a lot of you guys have been looking forward to this interview. I've been talking about it a little bit on streams and stuff. And we asked the same questions that we ask a lot of other people. And usually we only go like 2 hours with them. And it ended up being like 3.5 with Honton. So
blame Honton.
We went down a bunch of little rabbit holes. But like, I don't know. We still had a very good conversation. And I feel like it's worth it to watch the whole thing. It's pretty good. I definitely enjoyed it. I know Kayvon was a little bit I don't know sleep, but that's just because we're both still sick, and also he doesn't know Honton as well as I do.
That and I was miffed at Discord the whole time, so don't mind
True.
me.
Discord was clowning on him the entire recording, so if anything goofs up in the recording, we apologize on that. Thank you for reminding me of that as well.
Thanks, Discord.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Discord. But no, hope you guys enjoy the episode either way. I had a ton of fun with it. I think, Kayvon, you had fun too, but I know,
of course.
I know Honton had a lot of fun with it too. So either way though, hope you guys enjoy it. If you don't stick around till the end, that's a-okay. I understand considering how long it is, but if you do, I really, really, really appreciate it because you're helping your boy out with that hot watch time.
Exactly.
Anyway though, so we don't go on for too long and make this too long with this additional section. Definitely let's hop into the news. We don't actually have too much to cover since last time. We have a couple of things that have happened. Some pretty big things that have happened despite not too much happening. Battlefield hit us with that young reset, starting with JP, of course, as per usual. Hit us with that young JP reset, which is cool. So another copy of Oob was added to the shop. The part 2 celebration for Golden Week went live. Unfortunately, it wasn't, as big as people were expecting. Kayvon, you definitely caught me slipping on that one because I was like, oh, it was going to be this and that, and it ended up not really being that much. But what it did bring was the return of the New Year's banner, kind of. So,
yes, but actually no.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, real quick, I forgot to mention also, we are #SickGang right now.
Yeah.
We were also when we recorded the interview. Somehow me and Kayvon got sick at the same time. I don't know how that happened, but that's why we sound a little bit, a little bit shaky.
We are one.
Yes, we are one fusion. But no. So that's why our voices sound a little bit weird in both sections of this. Anyway, we continue, right? The New Year's banner came back. It was only one rotation, though, which is kind of unfortunate.
And it was updated a fair bit.
Right, it was updated a fair bit to include a lot of new units, up to Metal Cooler. Unfortunately, in terms of LRs, everything like unfeatured LR 4th year and onward was not on the banner, which is really unfortunate for me because that's like who I need, but oh well. I will admit, I was kind of miffed when this banner came out because JP, we've talked about this, in a whole podcast episode before, like, JP has just been throwing banners at us left and right. And I was like, really? We gotta have this on top of just having a dual Dokkan Fest and the best LR in the game come out? Thankfully, though, I will say, despite it being a little bit disappointing, because I don't know, you can kind of look at it two ways, right? Having it only be one time through the banner, right? Sort of is like, okay, well, it's not as bad because then they're like, they're trying to get your stones, but like, they're not like I don't know. It's not as bad, but at the same time, it's like, oh, why not let people do 2 rotations if they want to? But then at the same time, like, people will want to take advantage of both. I don't know. Whatever way you look at it, right? Either way, though, that banner came. Very good banner. I definitely can't knock it. Personally, for me, it's not good.
Stuff.
Right. It's really good. Yeah. I mean, we consider this and definitely at least like top 5, top 3. The New Year's version of this, the best banner in Dokkan history, and I would definitely still consider it, up there. So very good stuff. Very cool that at least, if they were going to do a banner for Golden Week, they did something like that where it was guaranteed and it wasn't just something, like...
No, it could come to global already.
It'll come eventually. Nonetheless, a new event was announced. I actually messed this up in the original news video. I thought that this was just the Gohan and Goten Dokkan event because the render of Goku used in this little teaser is the piece of Goku art from when he appears in the active skill. But that is not the case. We'll get to that event a little bit later, though. So another thing happened, right? The Goku Day celebration also came to light. Because Goku Day is like this thing in Japan where I forget what the technicality is, but it's something to do with like Goku's name and the numbers make the date. I don't remember.
Well, it's like, if I'm right, because don't quote me, but the Go part of like Goku, Gohan, and Goten are like the date, like the 5th of the year, which is like May.
Or you mean the month? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. And then like Goten, that's 10. Goku is 9, and Gohan is 8.
Interesting. Laying down the cold hard facts.
Numbers.
But yeah,
if I remember right.
So either way, right, it just kind of lines up with their names and the dates. So every year they do a little celebration for this. Actually, interesting, in the Japanese news, they make a note of the overseas edition of Dokkan, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, so for that, there was another login bonus on top of the Golden Week one. On those specific days, they also gave out extra stones. I believe it was equivalent to the number that was, each character like represented. So that was pretty cool.
Basically, it was 5 plus 8, 5 plus 9, and then 5 plus 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kayvon. See, this is why we keep you around. Nonetheless, though, that event got teased again. We'll talk about that more in its own little part, right? A new Goku ticket banner that is also part of that event. We'll talk about that more again when we talk about the event. Goku Black's EZA went live, Fizz Black, which is really cool. His banner went live
that
as well.
exists.
The Goku family banner went live as well for that. The what are these called again? The thing where you get the family Kamehameha units. Book of War or something like that?
Yeah, the Book of War Sun family.
Yeah, for some reason, in the game, it calls the scrolls that you use to get the family Kamehameha units Book of War. I don't know why. But either way, everyone got 3 of those in their gift box, which is pretty cool. So you could, get 1 of each. You get 3 of one, 2 of one, and then, 1 of the other one. Whatever you wanted. These guys are pretty easy to pull from banners. Obviously you can't complain about a free unit, right? But for me personally, literally the only thing I could use it for was 1 Goku for I was missing 1 SA because I was working on building up the family Kamehameha EZA Goku, just SA through SRs and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'll just get 1, SSR of him with the ticket and then just use that. I will say though, if you do have all these guys rainbowed, SA10, I would recommend picking up 3 Gokus because Super Saiyan Goku cards come out all the time and can be used as SA, right? So that way you have basically some free Elder Kais for any Super Saiyan Goku that will come out. Because Goten and Gohans don't come out too often.
Keep in mind on Global, that's a little less effective. Because on Global, you can easily farm Super Saiyan Gokus.
Right. But, either way, it's a 100% chance. You know what I mean?
Well, on Global, you can get a 100% chance. That's the thing.
With what?
The Goku.
Oh, yeah. But that's
Remember
still kind
on JP,
of a farm, though.
True, but it's not it is still a 100% chance, unlike JP, where it actually is capped at 50.
Right.
Because he's only an SR.
Either way, though, right? It's an easy 100% chance for Super Saiyan Goku. So, either way, little tip for you. Nonetheless, though, the Family Kamehameha story event came back. The Learn How to Fly event came back. Raditz came back. The Bulma's Genius Battle Prep is coming back the 22nd, and a world tournament was announced the 24th for JP with literally no information about it, which is kind of weird because they haven't done anything like this before. I'm assuming that it's because, A, in recent history at least, they have not announced a world tournament this early before it actually began. This is literally like, what, a week away? Something like that? Kind of ish. Not like 2. Yeah, like 2 weeks away. They usually announce it like a couple of days before. And also, I believe we are now on world tournaments that technically didn't occur. At least on screen.
You're right.
Because the last one was the last one that occurred on screen until the one at the end of Z. So we kind of don't know what they're going to do for this because they've been basing every world tournament on the world tournament from the show, right? So we'll have to see what they do for this. It'll be really interesting. And then, of course, the Goku and Boss Rabbit event came back. We don't even need to... Every time, man. Every time. There was a little bit of an error on JP. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Login at the time when reading the data was not completed. Basically, just seems like that people couldn't download data properly, and you got like a Dragon Stone for it, basically. Anyway, moving on. So most of this stuff, went live for the Goku Day celebration. The part 2 for the Golden Week missions went up. And then the Gohan, the Trunks and Zamasu banners turned into regular dual Dokkan Fest banners without the discount. So the discount is now gone. You can still summon on. They're still great banners to summon on. But nonetheless, though, we did hit first place. By the way, funny enough, I don't think that that's what this was for, that error. But it's very odd that we hit first place now. Because a lot of people were talking about this like, wait, why did we hit first place? When there literally wasn't a banner up. Like, if we were going to hit first place, why didn't we hit first place when the Dual Dokkan Fest had the discounts, right? So it was a little bit odd that this kind of came. Now, keep in mind, right? I'm saying these things like I'm just reading it off a list. These are very spaced out, right? Like I said, that when they turned from when those 2 banners turned into normal banners, right? That was the 30th, right? And then this happened on the 8th. But you have to remember, right? Those discounts were live for a long time before that. So a bunch of people were like, well, what's going on? A lot of people think it's because they might have fixed the glitch that's been going on with the Google Play Store, which I do want to talk about that. Though I don't know if that's the case because the glitch is still there for me. Basically what's happening is that people aren't allowed to use Google Play credit on JP. And I did test this with another Japanese gacha game, Jojo Pitter Patter Pop. And it didn't allow me to purchase currency on there either. But then I tried it on my US Dragon Ball Legends and it was fine. So it must be... Because there's like been talk about this a little bit. I made a couple posts on Reddit about it too. Because it seems like there were some fixes where like doing another payment method and switching your account and all this stuff fixed it. But I've done like everything that has been suggested to me and none of it has worked. So a lot of people at this point too, including myself, are assuming it's something on Google's side. It's just a little bit odd that they wouldn't have fixed it by now, considering it's a money-related thing. Because obviously Android can just purchase Dragon Stones right from the JP store, while JP has to use external sources, i.e. Japan codes or Play Asia or whatever, right? So it's a little bit, it's just a little bit odd that they haven't fixed this particular glitch yet, because you would think that they would want people to buy stones with their Google Play credit, but I don't know. For people's main account, it's, and then I tried it with another one of my Google accounts too. I don't know. It's just weird because if you make a new Google account, I believe it works, but then you can't transfer over your existing Google credit. And obviously you don't just want to like put everything on a new Google account, considering you have all your apps downloaded through that Google account on the Play Store. I don't know. It's very weird. So that's still active right now. I can't buy stones with the Google Play credit, which is unfortunate because I have some in there, but oh well. Hopefully they fix that soon. That is something that's not specific to JP Dokkan. It's something that's more so pertains to all like Japanese app games at the moment. But I figured I'd still mention it since it pertains to Dokkan.
Yeah, definitely hope it's fixed soon.
Yeah, let's hope. Moving on, we did have something very cool happen. So the Gogeta, the Broly event came back, the story event, and added one new stage, and it added a STR Gogeta that is farmable, free to play. And he gets an easy A, just like the rest of the, I guess the Broly and Frieza didn't. They were free to play from that. But the Goku and the Coat Vegeta both got easy A's, and this guy as well got an easy A, which is pretty cool. Which is, again, from the Broly event. Remind me again, Kayvon, you have to play through that again, right? To be able to get the medals to awaken him? Yeah, okay. So, excuse me, I had to take a drink real quick. It is very interesting that they did this. What's weird, too, is the reason why they did this. Technically, the reason why they updated is because the DVD of the Broly movie came out.
Yeah.
I think they had already planned to put this Gogeta in there, and they just kind of needed an excuse to do so they sort of just used that. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining about. I just think it's kind of funny. But yeah, so what else was weird, too, is that they added Gogeta to an existing stage in the story event, and then they added another stage where you could farm, I believe it was Chilai, and what's the old guy's name?
Lemo.
Yeah, Lemo. Where you could farm them too, but it was just weird that they didn't make another stage where you would farm Gogeta on specifically. They added him to an existing one. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but it's just a little bit odd to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, that all happened. Battle of Gods event came back, so that's pretty cool. We had Goku Black's Easy 8 go live. Okay, so here's the big last thing that happened with JP. Besides the fact that with that DVD thing, we did get a new login movie, which is interesting. It's literally just like a movie for the Broly movie. What was the hero boost for the story there before?
Yes, it was.
Okay, because in the thing it makes it seem like it wasn't. But yeah, that's what I thought, because I remembered it being there before. But wow, that's crazy. You can farm 5 units from that story.
Yeah,
literally one of every type.
3 of them easy, eh?
Yeah, very interesting. But yeah, because they added Gogeta to stage 11, and then they added stage 12 with Lemo and Chilai, because Chilai was on another stage, but Lemo wasn't. They were on separate stages. Now on stage 12.
Yeah, and I found them at the same time.
Yeah, very weird. Nonetheless, though, last thing that happened on JP. This was pretty wild, and kind of revolutionary, to be honest with you. A new event came out. This was teased. The thing I was talking about where I messed up, and I was like, oh, this is just the Family Kamehameha thing coming to JP, because it uses the same render Goku. Yeah, psych, you thought. What this actually is a new event in honor of Goku Day. It's harder than Super Battle Road, and it is currently the hardest event in Dokkan. Basically, you fight through every one of Goku's forms. Base, Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, God, Blue, Ultra Instinct, and Ultra Instinct Mastered.
No GT in there.
No GT gang. But this event is extremely, extremely difficult. Not only is it just very beefy in terms of how much health it has, like 2 million is like half a health bar, basically, right? UI and MUI Goku both dodge and hit like a meteorite. It's crazy. This event is literally insane. We're not going to talk about it too much here because me and Kayvon have gone on about it in the video we dedicated to it doing the event as well. We talked about it on stream too, and we've discussed it off camera so much that I think we're both kind of sick of debating about this event.
Fair enough.
So we won't talk about it too much in terms of, like opinions and whatnot about it. But everyone is in consensus that it is certainly the hardest event in Dokkan.
Oh, definitely.
And it is, I don't know, it's pretty crazy, to be honest. Now, one thing that I do think that in terms of opinions, everyone can come to consensus on, with the biggest problem with the event, funny enough, is not even the event itself. It's the prizes or the rewards for completing the event.
Yeah.
Y'all know how easy Boss Rush is these days, right? And the newest stage gave out a hot 35 stones. That's a pretty decent amount of stones for an event that's that easy, right?
Yeah, this event does give you 35 stones too, but on one condition.
Yeah, a dummy condition too. So basically with this, I was talking about a new Goku banner that went live, right? For logging in right now, you get 30 tickets, which is cool, and you can use it on this Goku banner. Every time you beat this new Goku event, the hardest event in Dokkan, you get 5 stones and 5 tickets for this Goku banner.
Woo.
When you beat it, if you get halfway through, if you get to blue and you lose, if you get to UI and you lose, too bad, sucker. Play it again.
Yep.
And the only way to get the reward is to win. And to get all of the rewards, you have to beat it all the way through 7 times.
Yep.
7 times. Now, think about this. The hardest event in Dokkan, right? You only get 35 stones for it. Which, granted, I don't know how I feel about that necessarily. I definitely think that they could have made at least a multi-summon. Like, come on now. It could literally be...
They really should have just made it so that you got rewarded based off of each form you took on.
Right, I do agree
and
with
then
that.
if you beat MUI, you just straight up got like 30 or 35 stones and then the 35 tickets.
Maybe they were trying to make it so it's more incentive to have more replayability. But, I mean, I don't know why they would go with that mentality, because people replay SBR, or not, well, yes, SBR, but people replay Boss Rush all the time just for fun with no reward expected.
True, at the same time, asking people to do an event like this 7 times
is insanity, yes.
Sure, you can have fun with the event. People still have fun with SPR. But even SPR does make you do it 7 times each one.
Well, it does make you do it 20 times.
True, but at the same time, there's, you get through half of that by just beating all of them, technically.
Right, that is true. And also you can do any stage, not just the same one. So, stones, right? You get 35 total for beating it 7 times. 5 each time. Heck, it would have even been a little bit better if they would have just made it 10 for each time you beat it in that 7. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways they can do it. I agree with Kayvon too that there should have been some rewards for just beating it partway through.
Yeah.
Here's the other problem though, right? These tickets on this Goku banner. This Goku banner isn't bad necessarily, right? Featured on it is some pretty good units, right? Including the new tech Super Saiyan Goku that awakens into Godku from the Broly movie.
Is it safe to assume this is technically the best way to pull for LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku?
Yes, but actually no, because you can't repeat it once you're done.
Sure.
So, here's the thing, right? There's some pretty good featured units on the banner. It's all Goku units, though. So, the unfeatured pool, all Gokus. All the SRs, all Gokus. There's no rares, which is nice. But, every pull, every multi, is 5 tickets, right? You get 5 characters. Not SSR guaranteed, obviously, because it's not technically a full multi-summon.
Yeah, and it's not with stones either.
The only LR on the banner, which this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the only LR on the banner is Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? Which originally is the base form one in the SSR, because he's technically the only just normal Goku LR in the game, right? Which is kind of interesting. I haven't really thought about that before this banner, but nonetheless. It's very lackluster in terms of a prize. Like, if this banner was something completely separate from this event, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with it. But the fact that this is the prize for beating the hardest event in the game is ridiculous to me. You could literally get nothing from this banner. Absolutely nothing, which pretty much in the summons that I've done so far is what I've gotten. I've gotten Fruits of Training Goku, and that's about it in terms of the SSRs. It's pretty bad. So, I don't know, just for a reward in terms of that, in terms of the hardest event in the game, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Rewards are definitely the biggest problem with the event right now.
Right. Definitely the biggest problem with the event. Hopefully they hear our cries on that, because I know a lot of people are talking about it. But
hopefully, some of the issues, like, there is another issue with the fact that, like, over, I would say 90% of the units in the game are unusable on this event.
Tell them why.
Because how this event works is that you want units that infinitely stack their defense.
Right.
Because everything gets collapsed by UI. I'm talking like a Rainbow Star, like, give me a unit.
Sorry, I was blowing my nose.
A
unit that builds up?
No, just a random Rainbow Star like that. That's like a high tier Dokkan Fester LR.
Okay. Transforming Black isn't a good example for what you're thinking about.
For example, there. One time it is.
How about Omega Shinron?
Clapped. Gone.
Yeah. Because he doesn't build up. Right?
Yes.
That's the issue.
You need to take normals without it taking any damage. At least 200k defense. And even then on a super, he'll hit you for 250k.
Right. And units that transform are also good for this. Like,
yeah.
That, I will admit, is a very good strong suit. We're kind of getting more into the opinion based on it, but just to finish up the thought, right?
Yeah.
The event is so long that you do proc transformations every single time, which is very cool, because that's a problem with a lot of current events.
At least see our Vegetos and Gogetos.
Right. That's a problem with a lot of current events, is that they don't they're not long enough, rather, for your units to transform. So that event, or this event rather, does do that very well, where it allows you to get transformations, and it rewards you for getting transformations too, I feel like in Black, trash. On this stage, he's pretty good.
On this stage, he's like I would say like a top tier unit.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Weird. I mean, even
just like Future Gohan.
Even LR Kale and Caulifla are trash on this stage.
Yes and no.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah,
compared to some other options, though, they're definitely trash.
Yeah, especially if they can't crit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either way, though, if you want to hear more of our thoughts on this event, we made a 40-minute video while we were playing it. With Salty Kayvon was featured in that video.
Yep. Tired Salty Kayvon.
Yes, tired Salty Kayvon. But still was a good video. We kind of discussed our grievances and our strong suits about the event.
My opinions have changed a fair bit since then, though, getting more used to the event.
Maybe we'll make a follow-up video on that. Maybe we'll make like a podcast 15.5 episode.
I bet.
Where we kind of just give our thoughts on that. But anyhow, let's move on to global news, because we're already hitting half an hour and we were trying to avoid that. But well. This video was already long enough. It could just be longer. It's fine. So,
on global rate, bear with me, everybody. My throat is slowly going.
I'm going.
Alright, so the rank 75 and 125 growth packs are now available for purchase again. I don't know why they were taken down, but oh well.
Thank you.
Easy 8 challenge pack for Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta went live, along with his Easy 8 proper. And the category zone.
For Super Saiyan 3, yeah.
Yeah, and his Easy... and his ExtremeZ Dokkan Festival banner.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, his battle prep went live. Hold on a second.
Oh my gosh, my voice losing it. Now we have both been like, it was really weird. We both got sick at the same time, and it's been hard to record.
I'm going.
It's awful that like the thing I use the most in my life is my voice. So when that gets like hurt, it's like, well, I guess I'm out for the count.
Yeah. So Bulma's Battle Prep went live along with the upcoming World Tournament, bringing Yamcha to Global. And the biggest thing, a new Dokkan event coming soon, teasing what we now know is the LR Family Kamehameha.
And
Global exclusive right now.
They are good.
Yep.
I've watched K-Bomb play with them for hours on end. They're good.
World Tournament came and went. Or came and gone, rather.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
We also have the Ultimate Android Saga story event came back. Oh boy.
Yay.
The TUR for LR Goku and Raleigh finally arrived on Global.
Which is cool. A little bit early as well, which is nice.
Yeah, and the LR is basically translated, so we're expecting that in part 2 of the celebration that's currently going on, which I'll get to in a second. But here is Legacy is back, and along with the Adventures of Gratitude and the Rabbit Mob. Oh boy.
Yay.
And there were some price adjustments to the shop. I don't know why. And here's the big thing, Goku Day. Or rather, Gohan, Goku, and Goten Day.
It's Goten Day.
Goten. Anyhow, this brought a login bonus, giving us essentially the same stones that JP got, the 5 plus 8, 5 plus 9, and 5 plus 10. Oh, my voice is really going.
It's okay, we're almost done. Pull through.
There were some special missions, a Dragonstone sale.
I'm not laughing at you, I promise.
The Dokkan Festival for the LR Family Kamehameha, along with them being a 100-hour buy 3 get 1 free with discounts. So
on the first rotation,
yeah, definitely amazing to do. You got 4 multis for 110 stones.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, even if you're saving, do the first rotation.
Yeah, it's worth it.
100% worth it. So many people, including actually my global account, pulled him on the first rotation. Highly recommend it. Anyway, continue.
Will do. The new Dokkan went live along with Global getting the Book of War.
Blast! The Miracle of Bonds!
Yep. The Book of War is in the Bob Shop to exchange for the...
It's called that on Global. The text right there says Book of War. What?
I don't know why. The new story event and the old one came back.
Sleeping Princess in Deborah's Castle.
Yep. The story event for Defeat the Legendary Super Saiyan, my favorite. A bunch of Goku, Gohan, and Goten related Dokkan events went live.
And are stuck for a little bit.
Gotenks' half Goten accounts.
Yeah, of course.
Dragon Ball Super Broly is here for an entire month.
Which is cool because it, doesn't come back often. But also weird. I don't know. I do feel like sometimes they've been pulling a couple of things lately.
I'm expecting Gogeta to come for part 2. In the story event being updated.
That'd actually be really sick. I'm not going to lie. But
I'm expecting it.
What I was going to say was I do feel like recently they've been kind of pulling some moves to have some of the events live on Global and JP at the same time.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I do too. Like some of the events literally don't need to be live on one version when it's live on the other, but they do it anyway, and I do quite enjoy it. But anyway, moving on.
All right. We have the Family Kamehameha Summon. Only these 3 are on the banner if you really want them.
Don't.
Sure.
I don't recommend this banner. I mean, they literally give you them for free in the tickets.
Yeah.
And they'll give them out again when, they'll give them out again on JP. I mean, literally, we just got them on JP. Global just got them, so Global should just get this one, that JP just got again at some point. And they give these guys out all the time. They're so easy to pull.
The thing was last time, it's weird because Global, out of nowhere, decided, you know what? These JP exclusive celebrations, let's just celebrate them.
That's true.
Like, we had Saiyan Day and Goku Day. And last year, they were not celebrated at all on Global.
Fair enough.
Which I find, honestly, pretty cool.
That is cool, yeah. I don't know.
I doubt we'll get stuff like Golden Week, but we have the Thanksgiving celebration to make up for that.
Either way, I definitely think that at some point in the future, they'll give out more of those tickets. Because, we got like 3 on JP like a couple months ago.
A couple of months ago, you mean last year?
Was it really last year? Wow.
Yes.
Well, time flies. Continue.
Indeed it does. Alright, so the Family Coming Out EZA is going to be available permanently from the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, I guess. The OG Broly event's going back on the
permanently?
14th.
Like forever?
Yeah.
Why? Just for
I guess because you can always pull the units.
What do you mean because you can always pull the units?
Because they're unfeatured on every banner.
Oh, that's kind of a nice courtesy. Did they do that on JP?
Yeah, I think it's like that on JP too.
Interesting.
Remember I asked you at one point, like, why is the Family Coming Out EZA here?
Yeah.
That explains it.
Cool. Thank you.
We also have Super Warrior Slam. Victory will be mine. Yes. Bardock's. I just straight up said Bardock's last battle. Wow. You tell me I'm not wrong.
I mean, true, yeah. It is the updated one, too.
Yeah. A chance of training tripled, and EXP from Quest tripled. Very nice.
Quadruple it? Or I'm gonna...
And I'll be for 4th year.
Be angry.
Don't be angry.
Too late.
And besides that, everything I went over is basically...
Oh, the passive skill thing.
Oh, yeah, right. So, there's apparently an issue with the TUR Goku from the new story event. Everybody who had him got 1 stone. I didn't have him. I want my 1 stone.
That's so unfortunate.
And we got first place achieved. Thank you, MVP France.
Yeah, right.
Along with Germany, Hong Kong, and Macau.
Macau, yeah. So, It is kind of interesting that they're doing this now. Because they're basically, like before, right? Every single... explain to me how they did it again, because it's really confusing.
How it used to work, I think, was if a store hit top grossing in App Store and Google Play,
right?
Google got 7 stones per country that hit those conditions.
Right.
Now, I think that it's for the first country that hits top grossing in both App Stores. They get 30 stones, and I think for every other country that hits top grossing in both stores, we get 7 additional.
But you only got 30 here.
I think it's because Germany, Hong Kong, and Macau only got the App Store, not Google Play.
And it just happened to come out to 30 like JP usually does.
Well, because I think it's mainly 30 because France hit both.
Right.
That's my logic.
Interesting. We'll see, because this is the first time that they've sort of changed it up.
Yeah, but we're definitely getting more top grossing, and it's definitely nice.
Yeah, very cool. Like that they use the appropriate art, because they've been screwy with that lately, but yes.
And besides that, there was just some price adjustments to shop items, and that's about it.
Alright, well.
My throat's gone.
It's alright, bud. I'll play you out here.
Thanks.
Alright, y'all. Brace yourselves, because this is going to be fun. Honton and us talked for a hot minute. We hope you enjoy it. We know we certainly did. Have fun. We'll see you after this ad.
That you better watch.
And we are back. We hope you enjoyed that advertisement.
No, we don't hope. You better have enjoyed that ad.
I mean...
You better support this.
Alright, relax. Come back in, boy. It's okay. Anyhow, we are here today with another interview episode. And we have none other than the legendary, dare I say, infamous, entertaining, other great adjectives, Honton X Live. Say hello.
Hello.
Oh boy.
Please don't do this for the whole video, Honton.
This is
Your
how it's
voice will be
coming out.
dead, I promise.
Just imagine the type of feeling that voice will be put into your listeners' ears. Just welcome.
Hey, Honton, hit us with a there.
Wait, what?
Just say there in that voice.
There.
Oh, that's perfect. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we are here to interview Honton, and I think this is going to be a good one. Honton thinks that he's a boring boy. I disagree in every sense of the fashion.
I feel like I'm a boring boy.
I don't think so. You literally posted a video of you playing My Chemical Romance on the piano. How is that boring?
Hey,
Exactly.
you got me there.
Got him. Anyway, we're going to ask you questions in sort of like sections. First, we're going to ask some more Dokkan related questions. Then we're going to ask some more Dragon Ball related questions. Then some more questions kind of related to your online presence on YouTube, I guess. And then some questions that are more specific to you, okay?
For shizzle.
Alright, so, Kayvon, would you like to start us off with the first Dokkan battle question?
Of course. So, first question. How did you find out about Dokkan and where did you first hear about it?
Well, I mean, I feel like just like a lot of other, Dragon Ball Z fans, we're always on the lookout for new Dragon Ball Z related stuff, games and everything. And being a gamer, I mean, as much as that word makes me cringe.
It did make me cringe a little bit when you said that.
Rise
No,
up,
but I mean, like I've been gaming on console my whole life, but then, I'm not gonna get into what happened with my consoles.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's just say they all burned, and
Oh,
That's unfortunate, my guy.
childhood. Anyways, so after that happened, I've been wanting to get on a PC. PC happened. I worked my way to get that, but then, I was like, oh, you know what? Mobile games suck. But then Dragon Ball Z was like, oh, we got a mobile game. Let's see how that goes. So when Dokkan Battle first announced, I joined it and I hated it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
as we all still do.
I hated it because I was used to, games like Budokai and Tenkaichi and everything. And
Good games.
And then there's this Candy Crush game.
This anomaly, yeah.
Yeah, just like I'm like I don't know. It's like a mixture between Budokai 2, like the worst part of Budokai 2, and Candy Crush, and it really just irritated me, so I deleted it. And then I think around when did Broly first come out?
LR?
Yes.
That was, let me think. I think that was like my junior year of high school. So that would have been what, like 4 years ago, I think.
Oh, so, yeah. So basically, a little later that year when the game came out, I was like, you know what? Maybe I was a little too hard, and I was going through school myself, for like my career and everything, and I was like, you know what? I need something to do during class, and I found out like some other people in my class played it. I'm like, oh, great, cool.
Ooh,
I'm not
nice.
alone. So I re-downloaded it and I saw Broly. I mean, Easy A Broly, the STR one. And I was like, oh, I really want that card. And then LR Broly came out. I'm like, oh, I really want that card.
And then it all began.
And then because I mean it's Broly.
Of course.
That's the boy.
It is the boy, indeed. We will get to a question specifically related to you and Broly later, but for now.
Yeah,
That's very
so
interesting.
that's pretty much how it started. I mean, it's kind of like I've heard the same story. Like, oh, I picked up the game, I hated it, and then I came back.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people do say that, but everyone's sort of a little bit unique in the way that they do it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so you sort of answered our second question in that. So good job already beating us to the punch. But
Yeah, dude.
already on it, bro. But for the next question, I do know which one you play, but just for the sake of the interview, and then a little bit of extra on the question, what version of Dokkan do you play / prefer, and why?
Global, because that's the one I started with, pretty much. Even though JP does have its quirks and like its pros, you know, kind of like what's going on right now.
Yeah.
With it, you know. I mean, and I'm a little sad because since I don't main JP, like I don't really buy stones on JP. I don't do much on JP. And I'm pretty much free to play, and I was free to play on my global account up until recently. But yeah, like I'm on global just because like that's where I started and that's where I spent most of my time. And I mean, I showed you my account a little bit earlier, and like that's definitely like what 3 or 4 years of having that account.
Right.
Even though even though on my account I have like maybe like 400 days played or logged in.
It's still a long time, is the point. Yeah. Very long time. Let me ask you this.
I'm very attached to my games, regardless of what it is.
Right, I definitely get that. I'm a very nostalgic person as well. Let me ask you this though: if you could go back with the knowledge that you have now, would you start global or JP?
Oh, I would probably do both. Still,
really?
I would probably because not to get off into a tangent, but like
no, feel free. It's your episode.
I mean, okay, so you're Epic Mewtwo, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No, he's cave on.
Okay, so no, I don't worry. I'm gonna bring it full circle.
I'm ready to get my mind blown.
No, it's not mind blown, but it was. I told you before I was super console based, and I was a Nintendo fanboy. So I had literally every single like good game for my DS. And that was my primary. I mean, on top of the like actual consoles, but like
right.
I was always on my feet, walking around my city and going places. So I always played my DS, and I loved Pokemon.
Of course.
And when I realized things like ROMs exist, do you guys remember when Pokemon Platinum first came out?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so in JP, they released that game first.
Right.
And I wanted to beat all my friends to the punch, so I ended up downloading the ROM to Platinum, and I beat the whole game, even though like I didn't understand what was going on.
They were leaking ROMs that early, back like that early in time in Pokemon's history? Really?
Yes, my boy.
Huh?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, and I would yeah, so I would download like Japanese ROMs of a lot of stuff, and I would just completely beat it that way. And with the knowledge I know about Dokkan, I would probably do the same thing. Like, you know what? Like, I probably don't know what's going on. And I was studying Japanese when the game. Wait, 4 years. Okay, so I already studied Japanese, and I can understand a bit of what I'm reading, hiragana, katakana wise. But I would probably just play both. And and main both, and that would be a huge damper in my stone count and my wallet. But is there anyone in the scene right now that mains both games?
Mains both? I mean, I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people
hardcore.
I don't know.
I know you love your JP. So like, do you know anyone that would go as much into their JP as their global?
I don't know, because even everybody who plays both, they still kind of have one version that they play a little bit more.
Exactly.
I used to be, like when I first started playing the game, I played both pretty consistently, but then I sort of migrated over to JP a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not sure. And
why is that though?
I think I don't know. I liked getting cards early.
Ah.
And, you know, just like at the time, the cards that were coming out on JP were a little bit more interesting to me than the cards that are coming out on Global. And like,
True.
I'd already played Global for a little bit at that point, so like I knew what all the menus did. I didn't have to read them, right? So I could just click on
Yeah.
something and I knew what it would do.
Yeah.
So I honestly think it was just because I liked getting content early. I'm pretty sure that was the original reason.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I would still try to do both. I would do my best to do both because I would do the same thing for Pokemon. I would play both.
Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that about ROMs that early in Pokemon's history they were still getting leaked like from Japan. That's interesting.
Oh yeah,
Learn something new every day. But anyhow, yeah, I was like still really young when like Pokemon Platinum came out. So
Yo, dude, don't hurt my feelings, man.
I know, but I didn't know about like ROMs and emulators and everything back then. But anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. Kayvon, hit us with the next.
Alright, so I think you already might have answered this a bit, but let's go in detail more. When did you start spending on the game and why?
Okay, so I consider free to play up until a certain limit, and I think that goes for a lot of people in the Dokkan scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent like $30 in second anniversary
Okay.
because of Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
How could you not?
And I got sad because I didn't get to pull Vegeta.
Mm-hmm.
But then I still had stones left over for Gogeta.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. So after that, I was like, you know what? I can't do it. So I was super into Dokkan at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I was like in it. And after the second anniversary, when things start to slow down like it normally does, which is like completely normal for
Right.
for a gacha game, it can't be like lit 24/7. But after that point, I kind of just died down, and I kind of just, even with streams and YouTube, I kind of just died down.
Okay.
Up
You were doing
until-
Dokkan for that long on YouTube?
Yeah. Just so you know, Honton X Live isn't my first.
No,
YouTube
I know that.
channel.
Yeah.
I used to stream. Okay.
Oh no. I don't like that you're laughing about this.
No. So I used to stream, because like streaming, I wanted to play video games on like video for a long time since
Right.
I was a kid.
Mhm.
Before like things were so much easier now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I started streaming, and then that's when I got into Dokkan, and then I was like, it kind of just intermingled, and I didn't know that Dokkan was a huge thing back in the day.
Okay.
So I streamed it. I streamed on Twitch and YouTube, which is a funny thing because that was the first time when I streamed on Twitch. That was the first time I heard of The Truth.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I was like, oh, cool. And then and like there was like hardly any people in his stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There
that
was
was
like
back
20
when he
people
was
in the
like
stream.
low on subs. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I was like, oh, dude, like, how are you streaming on YouTube and Twitch? He's like, oh, this, a restream. I'm like, oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to do it too, and I checked his YouTube channel. I think he had like, I don't even know, man, like 3K, 5K,
Dang, you were there that early. Wow, that's crazy.
right? And then so after things died down, I came back third anniversary.
Okay.
But that's because like things cleared up for me. I finished school, like things were kind of clear, so I can concentrate on it. And I still didn't spend any money because I didn't have a job, and not until really, really recently, like literally this year, have I spent over like $200 in the stone sales.
Nice.
That's my boy right there.
That's not nice. Don't say nice.
Nah, listen, Honton, we calculated how much I technically got in stones last year. You don't even want to know.
Okay.
Don't feel bad about 200, trust me.
Bruh, I still feel bad. But
Don't.
seeing the 1,000 on my main account feels really good though, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. Heck, I'm happy over here. It's 500 personally.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's when that's when I started buying stones is this year.
No?
Interesting. All right. This one, I actually don't think I've ever heard this from you before. What's your favorite card in the game?
Ooh.
Give me in a minute. Just take your time.
All right. Yeah.
Oh no.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Because, like, I don't know. I'm really weird with my favorite card in the game because, like, my favorite card in the game, isn't a good card. Well, I don't even know if I'd say it's my favorite card in the game now, but it was a long time ago. Like, at one point in the game, I considered Tech Bardock, the Grade 8, my favorite card, but I think that's just because I like Bardock.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Bardock.
Nowadays, though, I don't even know who it would be.
You know what? I think it would probably have been LR Broly.
Really?
Yeah, because that was the card that got me back into the game.
Okay.
And I mean, I just love Broly so much.
Fair enough, yeah.
But then after that, I think it had to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Because I didn't like GT, but
Oh yeah.
that's a good card, man.
Yeah. That is,
Even to this day, he's still amazing.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Bro,
And I think from there, it's kind of just been like it's always rotating.
I could agree
So
with that.
I think right now I still like, even with seeing Murzamasu and Trunks, I still say probably Gogeta Blue.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know, like, maybe I'm just a nostalgia fiend, but like even that Tech Bardock is still one of my favorite cards. I think it's just because of nostalgia, but like, in personal opinion, I still like Fizz VB over Tekken STR, and not just because of what he does, but again, maybe it's just because that banner and that card is just so nostalgic to me. I don't know. I'm definitely a person who always has her nostalgia goggles on tight, but I don't know.
Well, I mean that's kind of why I said like it has to be like
Broly, yeah.
LR Broly for me, because legit, and this is actually how I met like Nichigo, and this is when I was streaming.
Good. I wanted to hear about this.
So when I first started streaming, like I was just streaming, just doing my own thing, like like look, I'm like, oh cool. And then this guy named Nichigo X comes into my stream, and then starts talking, and we're just hanging out. And you know, when you're a smaller streamer, you barely get any viewers. And he just, you know, he would stick around, and we would talk, and we became friends. And I was like, you know what? Let's go on this thing called Discord.
Hey.
That's when Discord first came out, by the way. And I'm like, are you sure you don't want to Skype?
Oh boy. We don't speak that name here.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want Discord. Like, forget that. But then we ended up going on Discord. We started talking more, and then we ended up spending legit 8 hours.
Wow.
On stream, and that was the first taste of long streaming for me. And it was funny because like after that 8 hours, I'm like, okay guys, gotta end the stream, bye. I had to go to work right afterwards, and I worked night shift.
Oh boy.
So from 11 to 7, I would work, do my thing, come back home. Okay guys, I got the day off, time to stream again. So so we ended up this is when I think so LR Broly and Majin Vegeta came out. And Nichigo was a huge Majin Vegeta fan, so we ended up like re-rolling the old school way.
Oh, ew.
Yeah. for 11 hours.
Oh my gosh.
And there was only like 50 stones. So it was one summon.
I'm
One
so
multi.
sorry.
And none of us got it except for Nichigo at the end of the stream.
You got Maj Vegeta?
Yeah. He pulled it on this like really, really like crappy computer.
That's crazy. So that's really
And,
how you
yeah.
met him? He just came through to the stream one day?
Yeah, dude.
Interesting.
I mean, how did me and you become friends? I just came into your stream one day.
Fair enough, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, see?
I don't know. Like, yeah. All right, you got me there.
How did you become friends? How do you have mods? They just came into your stream one day and then
That is true. Yeah, I guess.
and then
so.
you just develop a relationship with them, and it's kind of like, yo, you know what? Like,
That's why I'm here.
I mean,
I know. It's like I don't really know you, but
right? I know you. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, me and Kayvon, we kind of met. Didn't we meet technically through Taro's Discord? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we started talking originally. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
For sure.
Moving on though. Kayvon, hit us with the next.
So this is one we've thrown around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Would you still play Dokkan if it wasn't a Dragon Ball game?
Probably not.
Of course.
Yeah, a lot of people give the same answer, and I get it because it's just a basic puzzle game
Yeah.
Yeah,
without the
Yeah.
Dragon Ball skin.
but it's like we're playing it to collect the cards. We're not playing it for the gameplay. Like,
At this point, basically, yeah.
like if you want gameplay, go play Legends or go play
I'd rather not.
like Fighters or go play
Yeah.
whatever, or Budokai, because Budokai 3 is like legit like up there for me.
Fighters is even so beautiful. That game is looks so good.
Like when they first announced that, I was like, I almost teared up because I'm like, oh, finally.
Yeah, they're doing Dragon
I've
Ball
been-
Justice.
I've been seeing like these really bad games that like, and
But
when I see it, it
Xenoverse
doesn't make
was
me
good.
want.
No, Xenoverse
No.
visually was awful.
Yeah,
The
like,
gameplay is but
but
visually,
you know what's funny though? Like, Xenoverse looks really good comparative to Budokai, but I still like Budokai better.
I mean, yeah, I get
I'd say
that.
Budokai looks better, honestly.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe this is just me, and I know a lot of people really like Xenoverse, but just the style of the models, like especially in
Yeah.
battle, just don't really look that crisp to me. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like some fan-made Gary's mod type stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, I think the style in that game in itself, like, because okay, you remember when Tenkaichi came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it stopped being a 2D fighting game, and it became like this whole free roam, fly everywhere, and,
Right.
and that's where it kind of started. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I've never been a fan of those types of DBZ games. I don't know. I don't know if it was like confusing for my brain, or if it was like it just wasn't my taste. Not my cup of tea. I mean, I'm giving it a shot right now because since a viewer bought it for me. But it's not like I'm excited to play it.
To be honest, like I haven't really see a lot of it's so funny to me because a lot of people in the community like talk about how much they love like the Budokai and Tenkaichi games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I didn't really grow up with it. I mean, my first like console that I owned technically was like a Game Boy and then a Wii. There might have been a DS in between that.
Okay.
So I wasn't really exposed to too many Dragon Ball games. I mean, I've talked about it before.
Raging
but like,
Blast?
no. What was the first Dragon Ball game I owned? I don't really know. Because like I mean my first really experience with Dragon Ball was on on 4Kids
like that laugh.
TV, baby.
Oh my
Yup,
god.
back in the day, the old
Yeah, I
4
love 4
Kids
Kids
stuff.
TV.
Yeah.
Not because they're great and everything, but it's because like legit that's the only way I got exposure.
Right, yeah. And I mean, I remember watching the Saiyan saga through the Android and, well, I guess technically Saiyan, Namek, and then Android and Cell saga, like, over and over and over and over again because they didn't, Kai didn't have the boost saga at that point.
You didn't have a cable?
No, I never.
It was on Toonami.
I never. Well, as a kid, I had cable.
Same. But then, things happen and you don't have cable no more.
Right. And honestly, I didn't really watch
antenna.
TV that much. Right. I had antenna. So,
Same.
yeah. So I don't know. That was kind of my first exposure to it. And I never really got back into it until like later in life. I don't even know what my first Dragon Ball game was technically. But talking about that, though, my favorite, funny enough, and it's literally just because I haven't played any of the others, so I have no like preference to go on. But
For sure.
Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on the Wii was so fun because of the motion controls. Like, when you clashed, you just shake the remotes like a madman. And like, for the Kamehameha, you had to pull it back and then throw your hands forward with the Wii remote and the nunchuck in your hand. It was so much fun. Me and my friend would literally like work up a sweat playing it for hours. Like we'd be laying on the floor like, want to go another round? Oh yeah. And then we'd get back up and do it again.
Yo,
It was fun.
Speaking of, I think the first, oh my God. I think my first Dragon Ball game, I think it was, I don't know if you guys know it because, you got an old man in here. But back on the original PlayStation, there was this really janky Dragon Ball game. And I only like saw it and picked it up because it had Dragon Ball Z on it. But it was this game called, I think it was called like Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
22. There was like there was a random number. I'm like, what is going on? and it was all in Japanese and all the names were like spelled like wrong. And I'm like, what is going, like, if you ever have a chance, look up gameplay on it and it looks so janky, you have no idea what's going on. But that was the first time I played it.
Interesting.
I played a Dragon Ball game. After that, I think it was all the Budokai games, and then it was like the Legacy of Goku games on the Game Boy Advance.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I can't even tell you what was the first Dragon Ball game that I technically owned. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'd have to really think on it for a while. But anyway, don't worry. It's okay that we're getting off track. It's all about you. That's the point. We're supposed to be learning more about you, and we are. For sure. So that's good. Anyway, so this one, and don't be afraid to not say me for this one. Who's your favorite Dokkan Battle YouTuber?
Oh, it has to be Epic Mewtwo.
No, stop.
Okay. To be honest, I don't really have one.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
do you have like some tied for first?
I don't have a ranking.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you watch often?
No one.
Fair enough.
Like literally no one.
You don't even watch Bleach?
He has Dokkan battle content.
Got him.
I'm just kidding, my boy. I love you, Nietzsche, if you're watching. No, but I mean, no, because for me, it's like the content before. Okay, like when I started, like content was like still brand new to me, and since I was just streaming the content, I didn't look into, I wasn't looking into like, I wasn't diving deep in the game and like explaining things to people, and because I was barely getting into it, and I didn't know much, and that's the only reason why I started watching content. Nowadays, since I'm the one that's kind of making content and people come to me for answers sometimes, like I kind of don't really like, the only time I watch like the Dokkan content or any of it is if I mess with you. You know what I mean? Like I don't mess with you as in like, oh, ha ha ha.
Right. No, I got you.
I view you as like one of my boys, and you know, it's like, oh, I want to see like what's Epic got today. Wait, what? The game's glitching for Epic, and he got intro mode for the entire game.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, that was
Or
pretty
what? Nichigo got shafted again. Dang.
sick.
Or you know what I mean?
I
Like,
got you.
and I think the most fun I have when watching Dokkan is when I'm like seeing like new creators. So I kind of I really like look. That's why if you go to my Discord, you see a channel promo tab, and that's not for yourself. That's why I tell everyone, post your videos in the video section or post streams and talking to talk. I made that channel promotion tab on my Discord primarily to showcase newer or unheard of content creators.
Okay.
That's why whenever I'm online, I'm not doing anything, I go on Twitch, I look for people that like don't really have any viewers, or you know, I check them out, watch if their personality meshes with mine, I start talking. Same thing on YouTube, I look, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I'm like, hey, what's up, like, keep up the good work, you know, because that first hump to get over, like when you're trying to make content, especially when you're streaming, it's super hard.
True, especially when you're streaming, yeah.
And you get super discouraged. You do, because like, and I mean, I know I can't say nothing now because I mean, I do get like, I do have the notification squad. Give me a second. Ooh, gassy. And I do have people come into my stream, but like when you're first starting, like you're streaming, like I was streaming like those 8 hours, it was just me and Nietzsche sometimes.
Right.
Or even before I met Nietzsche, like I would stream like 6 hours, 5 hours with no one in my stream.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I didn't mind it because like I was enjoying the game. I was doing myself. And the fact that I had the technology to record whatever I'm playing and putting it online, that was so fun to me. That was awesome for me because I was like, dude, that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid, and I'm actually doing it now.
Of course.
I feel that one.
That's awesome.
Right? And it's like dang, you know, like back in the day you had to buy like a capture card and you don't have money.
True.
Like,
true.
what's a capture card? Like, do you guys know what an HD PVR is?
Who?
Exactly.
Is that some kind of VHS type stuff out here?
Oh no! Don't say
Voodoo.
no. It's not. It wasn't that. Like that. It wasn't that. Okay, basically, it was a thing that you connected to your computer and it recorded like your consoles.
Okay.
So yeah, and yeah, I mean, I kind of just watch. I mean, there's the nanos. There's all the big ones like the truth. Like, I watch like one of his videos every so often.
Okay.
I mean, Nano. I used to actually watch Nano and Rhyme. And you actually, Epic.
Yeah. Oh.
I told you. I told. Remember. I watched a video so long ago. The Masked Ningen too.
I do remember that. I do remember you
Like
saying that you
all
watched it a while ago.
like all back in the day. Like I was like, cool. Like that. These are some and the fact that, you know, these people had like personality. I'm like, yo, like I feel like these are the kind of people that are kind of like my homies. So yeah, I mean, like if you present yourself in a way where like you're likable or like you don't come across as like a total snob, which Reddit is totally viewing the truth that it is right now.
Yeah.
When it's like when they're totally like they're mixing their stuff up, man, and they're like they don't see like the funny things about what he was saying.
Because he's just a clown, to be honest.
Yeah, he's just messing like I don't know. People are too serious nowadays and too sensitive and they don't share like positive view. Everyone's just looking for a reason to be angry nowadays.
True.
And there's not enough love being spread around, you know what I mean?
I mean, heck, he literally named the video about that free-to-play new Gogeta the best unit in Dokkan just to be goofy.
Yo, But people believe him.
I know, which is hilarious.
But I mean, like, he kind of has that reputation, though.
That is true.
Because people look to him as like the all knowledgeable, the truth.
That is true.
And you know what they say: the truth will set you free.
That's literally in his banner too.
I know, that's why I said it.
Good. Good.
You can check out the truth at YouTube.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't need a promo for sure.
I know. The truth, please come onto this podcast, please.
Oh, well, I'll tell you about that later. I have some good news in that front for you, but regardless, though.
Spoiler alert.
Maybe. But anyway, moving on.
All right, so we're at okay. If you could add one thing to Dokkan, what would it be?
The ability to restart your story.
I thought you were going to say restart the game.
No.
I agree.
I mean, that's technically restarting the game.
Fair enough.
It's kind of like a new game plus for Dokkan.
Oh, okay.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Right?
Yo, make the events double the difficulty and then give 2 stones instead of 1.
I'm talking about, baby.
That would be sick.
Like it's like, oh, are you sure you want to do this? It's like you still have all your units, but you literally got to put in the time again. It's like, I don't care. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Give me the option. It's kind of like I don't know if you guys used to play Call of Duty, but like prestiging.
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like prestiging, but in like a gacha game, and I don't think any game has ever done that. I would have the ability. That's what I wanted for when we got teased with the Super Dragon Balls.
Wait,
Like, remember the hype for the Super Dragon Balls, where they had Super Shenron come out of nowhere and like the giant one
in Dokkan?
Yeah. You remember
Shenron and Dokkan? No, I'm drawing a blank. What do you? No, do you mean Namek Shenron?
No, not Purunga.
Yeah,
talking about Super Shenron.
In Dokkan? I don't remember ever getting the Super Dragon Balls.
Yeah, it was a community thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Literally everyone thought that we were getting the Dragon Ball. This guy.
When it comes to stuff like that, I forget that so easily because I feel like it's so forgettable because it's not actually anything in the game. And literally the only result of that is, oh, it's something in the news that we have to do. Oh, here's the gifts in my gift box from it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. It would have been cooler if they would have made it a little bit more engaging, but
yeah, but that's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Because when you think of, like this is the first time the Super Shenron ever showed up into Dokkan. Mm-hmm. So everyone was like, oh. When you think of Dragon Balls, you think of wishes. When you think of the Super Shenron, you get transported back to watching Super, and you see that like the Dragon Balls are the size of planets, and you think of like the most like atrocious wish, like whatever, like, oh, everyone gets an LR. People were saying, oh, everyone gets an LR. Oh, 300 stones for everybody, because they're still salty about JP, or like I just I was
yeah, unfortunately
I had to throw that in. But for me, it was always reset the story, reset like the events, like give free to play players like a chance again.
Yeah, I definitely
make the game a little bit more engaging and
make Dokkan free to play friendly again.
Make Dokkan great again.
Yes. But I like that idea though. I definitely like that.
I mean, and I've been like complaining about that for a while because like once you get to end game, what's there to do?
I mean, the third movie in the trilogy still got to come out. Sorry, I had to. I love you, Honton.
I'm leaving.
No, get down here.
Just kidding. I'm back.
Still need you for content.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's what I want.
All right, fair enough. Well, yeah, no, I like that. I definitely think a new game plus is a good way to describe that as well.
Yeah, like I feel like all the players that like stop playing the game, they only like log in and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll start playing again.
Yeah,
Like,
I definitely agree with that.
and like to put a cap on it, kind of like I don't want to say you have to reach like rank 999 because that's kind of ridiculous, but
I mean,
you know.
Hydros, looking at you, my boy.
Yo, see, but that's why like it doesn't matter. I think at a certain like come on, dude, like 200 days played or something. You know what I
True.
mean?
True.
Like put a cap on it. Like if you really want this, you gotta play for this amount of days.
All right, I feel it. I like you. I like the idea. That's good. I definitely think that you're right too, because obviously you shouldn't be able to do it in like one run.
Yeah, it would suck if you have people that like Hydros, that kind of just like speed farm the game, and then if they get to rank 99 and they're like, oh, new game plus, boop, brrr, and then they got like
Yeah,
another
that'd be
like,
sick.
and like it's like, come on.
That would be though really good for like farming and selling accounts, because if you could do that and then hold on to the account and then farm it again.
But
that'd be
Bandai
crazy.
doesn't want that.
Yeah, I know.
See, that's why I'm like, if you put a time limit on it, 200 days at least, farmers aren't gonna do that. That's strictly for the people that actually play the game.
That's true. That's
I mean, they'll do it, but it's like, my dude, you really gonna wait 200 days? Like the game might not last that long.
some gacha games don't last that long. Which is
Exactly.
kind of scary, but
So I feel like at least there, because I think the majority of the fan base has over like 200, or like at least like
right. If you've been playing for a little bit, yeah.
if you've been playing for a bit. I mean, new players are gonna be like, oh no, 200 days. It's like, dude, you're gonna play 1,000 days. Watch, because you want that Goku.
True. True. I'm almost there. Sometime in the summer, I'm going to be getting them. But anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
All right. So this next question, actually, I am curious about. And it could be literally a short answer, and that's okay. But do you play any other gacha games?
Define play.
Do you have any others downloaded on your phone right now, or emulator?
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, my phone. I don't even have Dokkan on my phone. Bleach Brave Souls.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Nichiko got me into it, and I kind of like didn't go on it for like 3 years, but you know.
Oof.
I mean, is it just because you like Bleach, or is it just because Nietzsche got you into it?
No, I like Bleach. I like Bleach. I love Bleach. It was a good series.
Okay.
In the gameplay, there's actually kind of some gameplay, and you can auto it if you want. If you like, you know, it has some gacha elements to it, but it's kind of gacha like.
Gacha like. Okay. Anything else, or just Bleach?
I got a Naruto Blazing account,
Ooh.
but I don't really play it.
Dead game?
It's a game?
It's a game for sure.
I'm just kidding, Nagato. Don't get mad at me.
Ooh. Oh, I thought you said Naruto, not Nagato. Okay.
No, Nagato Blazing, and
That's completely different then, yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, I had those, and I mean, there's the occasional login to Legends to see that there's a new banner every week.
Yeah, unfortunately. We always talk about how much they be pumping out banners on Dokkan. Legends be wildin' out here.
Oh yeah, like Legends is making Dokkan look like they're scarce with their banners.
You could say that again. Unfortunately. You should try, you know what I think you'd like? Dragalia Lost.
I thought about it because I saw JCV Goku's video on it and Mass Ningen's, but
Fair enough.
Alright.
You should try it though. I don't know. I played it when it first came out, and it was pretty cool. Gameplay, it's definitely a lot more engaging than a lot of other gacha games that I played. So it's pretty cool.
I remember when that game was in beta.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should really get into this before it like blows up.
I feel you. It's just a lot to play another gacha game on top of everything else.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially
On top
too,
of-
like, it's so difficult with gacha games like that, because a lot of the appeal that a lot of gacha games have is that they already have a pre-existing fan base.
Yep.
That, you know, with whatever anime or movie that they're based off
That's
of.
how you
right?
get it.
Right. You know, like, obviously, you know, like Dokkan, Dragon Ball, you know, Naruto, right? You know, but like with,
You know, Goku Ball Z, you know.
yeah, of course. But, you know, with games like Dragalia, where it's a whole original cast of characters, you have to basically just create a whole new fan base to play the game, rather than having any, you know, existing people from the show. Now, like, granted, you know, like, I tried it because, you know, specifically because A, it's a gacha game, and B, Nintendo. Yeah, exactly. You know, anything that they put out, I at least give it a try, just because, you know, I'm a big Nintendo head.
You know,
So-
the funny thing is though, like speaking of like gacha games that doesn't have like a pre-existing fan base, you know, like I said before, when Dokkan came out, I hated Dokkan. But I was totally into a completely different gacha game,
Which was?
Summoner's War.
Oh, yeah, one of my buddies
You've heard of that
played that, yeah.
I was like in it, bro. I had a guild. We were talking. like you know how you like join guilds in games, but then you don't really talk to them. You're kind of just a person, a body.
Right.
Yeah, no, like we had like full on conversations in that guild. We developed like friendships. Like it was dope. I was like, yo, like I didn't think like I would get into that type of game, but I did.
Interesting.
It's the whole strategy standpoint of it. I think that's why it's like you build.
Yeah.
It's like same thing with everything nowadays, but it's kind of like that game is more of a dungeon grinding game
I got you.
instead of like a puzzle popper.
Puzzle popper. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Candy Crush matching.
Yeah, I got you. That's like my buddy. Shout out to Chioku Gaming. My buddy Gene. He plays. Oh, it's not The Last Summoner. No, it is The Last Summoner, but it's like the sequel to The Last Summoner, kind of like a spiritual successor, I guess, sort of. And that's another gacha game that is like they have their own story and like their own characters and everything like that. Like it's original, right? It's called The Last Summoner Brave Frontier. It's different from.
Okay, I wasn't sure what you meant by the Last Summoner, but I know what the Brave Frontier. I remember that. I remember downloading that game and playing.
Right, because I know there's a game called Brave Frontier, and there's also Last Summoner, the Brave Frontier.
Yeah.
So, regardless, though, you know, it's just harder, I think, to capture a fan base. Like, I feel like that, I will say, though, I don't know, as weird as this sounds, I mean, besides Dokkan, considering how big of a game Dokkan is, right? You know, I do feel like fan bases for gacha games that have an original story most of the time seem to be a little bit more loyal than gacha games that are based off of a pre-existing property. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, because I feel like it's because like
Interesting.
something about it drew you to it that isn't like, oh, I know this person. It's kind of like developing friends instead of like seeing someone that you know like from like 10 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's something new. And that's like one thing I really like about Dragalia Lost, and I won't talk about it for the whole podcast because this ain't no Dragalia Lost podcast, Extreme Dragalia podcast. But
New sequel.
Nintendo sponsor us, please. Yeah.
please. But one thing I really like about that game is that besides the gameplay, and there's even a little bit of this isn't the main gameplay, but like there is a little bit of like Clash of Clans, like building your town type of stuff in there as well. But there's also a lot of like kind of what would be a good game to describe it? You ever played Pokemon Rumble?
Which one was that one?
with like the toy Pokemon.
I don't think so.
Dang it. Okay. Well, anyway. It's basically just like kind of like a dungeon exploration game, but you have a little team, you got some weapons, you fight, like enemies that are in the different little areas of the dungeon. I don't know, it's pretty cool. But the other reason why I like that game, and this is a big point to what you're saying about, drawing in an audience with like something new rather than something that's, you already know, is that one really cool thing that they have is that every character in the game, even just like a 3-star that you just get off of, random multi-summon, has their own little mini character story that you can read through.
Oh.
And it's like an interaction thing. Like, it's not necessarily the character's origins, but it's the character interacting with, like, because in the game there's, like, obviously you summon characters, but there's also like a main cast of 4 characters that are just kind of like there. I think there might be even a couple more than 4, but
it's like you see the face, like you see their face often, like
they're
always there.
Right. And so, but it's so cool because every new character you get, there's a story of the new character interacting with the characters that you've already kind of met, and you sort of learn a little bit more about the new character, right? And you can see sometimes it's like them joining the group, sometimes it's them going out and doing an activity with the group, or solving a problem in the castle or something like that. But either way, it's a brand new story and a brand new, just kind of like you get a little bit of insight to this character rather than, oh, this is Julio.
They're just a character.
The spear guy, It's like, oh, well, Julio's kind of quirky and, he likes chicken wings, It's just...
He has personality.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
Right. It just kind of draws you in a little bit more. And I really did, I don't really play the game just because I don't have enough time right now, but that was one thing that I really did like about the game. And me being a story-driven person, too. Definitely.
But like Nintendo, that's what Nintendo does best, though.
True.
Like,
that is true.
They're really good about like developing a game. I mean, yeah, they're really good about developing a game with story, backgrounds, like really getting into things. Especially, but that's really surprising to hear that they do that for a gacha game.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know what?
Cool.
I don't think I would. It's a gacha game. Yeah, never mind. Because I had to think about another Nintendo gacha game, and I thought of Fire Emblem. I'm like, that's gacha game.
Yeah, that's their only two gacha games right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with another one, considering how much money that Fire Emblem Heroes makes. But
yeah,
regardless, let us move on to more Dragon Ball centric topics.
So Dragalia.
Yeah, Dragon Ball, Dragalia, same thing, right? Alright. Kayvon, hit us. Are we on you or me? No, we're on you, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so how long have you been a fan of Dragon Ball?
My whole life.
In the womb, my boy. No, but when did you first learn about Dragon Ball?
Shoot. When did Dragon Ball came out in the 80s? So
you weren't alive in the 80s, though.
I know, but when I was growing up, that's like what I watched. Like, I watched the entire series of Dragon Ball.
What was it airing on?
VHS.
Oh. You're old.
No, but like legit VHS, and then when I couldn't watch it on VHS because your boy Honton isn't a rich boy, like a lot of us. But I had like VHSs here and there, and then when they finally added it to like I think it was on Toonami, or was it Adult Swim wasn't even out yet. Oh god.
No, wasn't Toonami part of Adult Swim?
I mean, Toonami, it came up. It came on after the really kiddie Cartoon Network shows.
Mm-hmm.
So when did they air the original Dragon Ball? I mean, whenever they started playing that at night. I think it was Adult Swim. I don't know if it was Adult Swim yet, But yeah, like I would watch on VHS when I was little, and then I forgot about it, and then it came back, and I was like, oh cool, like there's Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, oh cool, there's showing Dragon Ball. I remember that when I was a kid, and then I started watching that, rewatched the entire series, and yeah, dude, oh,
Wow.
How can I ask you how old are you? Because I don't know if I know.
I'm old enough.
Like, but
I'm not that
how old?
I'm old enough.
All right, fair enough.
I'm giving you the answer that like I give to everybody in my streams that ask me.
I'll just ask Neej. She'll tell me.
He don't know either.
Really?
No, he might know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yo, I'll DM him right now. Bet.
Yo, don't dox. Don't dox.
No,
me.
no. I will.
I will.
Oh my god.
Dude, you're gonna dox me to the full like passengers in that train that you're on.
Quiet you.
By the way, that's the next gift you're getting is a new mic. But regardless, though.
Yo, I thought you were gonna say that, dude. That's their next gift. You're gonna get a train set.
Now that would just be disheartening, to be honest.
Your next gift is a harmonica.
Oh my gosh! All right, Honton. Let me ask you, what's your favorite Dragon Ball character and your favorite Dragon Ball transformation? And they don't have to be the same.
Dragon Ball character
and transformation. They don't have to be from the same character. The transformation.
Yeah. Okay, but by Dragon Ball character, do you mean like from like the entirety
yes,
of Dragon
the whole franchise.
Kid Goku.
From all of the Dragon Ball franchise, Z, GT, Super?
Kid Goku.
Really?
I feel like I really love Kid Goku. That's why when they finally released like a good card of him, I got super happy. But then immediately forgot about him because like of all the other new cards. But I feel like I'm gonna summon on that Kid Goku banner when it comes to global.
Okay.
But I think I just really love Kid Goku because dude, I grew up with the guy, dude.
Right.
I grew up with it. Like I was there when he hit his head. I was there when he grew up, and we went on adventures. He destroyed a whole army, fought demons and stuff.
That's
and
cool,
it wasn't, and it was like, I mean, he was OP, but like he still had to train,
Mm-hmm.
The boy when he was training, my dude. When Roshi was broken, like
your boy came through.
Yeah, I mean, and then like he grew up to be like a teenager, and then like I was there when he was a teenager, and then kind of like the whole Dragon Ball section of Goku.
Interesting.
And then Z came out, and
yeah, that then things got wild.
Yeah, like I mean, he trained, but might as well just skipped it, and he's broken already.
Let me ask you then. So, what's your favorite transformation then? Just any Goku transformation?
I'm gonna have to say Super Saiyan 4.
Really? How come?
Because it was a change. I mean, like there was like it just felt right, and it was like totally something left field. Like it changed from, the Aryan race, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Right.
And then it turned into like they brought in the Ozaru, and I was like, whoa, I forgot about like the Ozaru. Like I'm like, okay, cool. And then they made him have like reddish, pinkish fur, and I mean, I had an issue with that because it was like kind of pinkish, but I was like, yo, that design is still pretty cool. Like it's a unique design rather than like I expected like Super Saiyan 4 before Super Saiyan 4 came out, like to have like his hair was gonna be like
just even longer hair,
a football field or something. He was gonna like all the hairs on his legs is gonna go to his head, and like
no goodness,
his head already like sucked up the eyebrows, like the back hairs.
Is that the official thing, by the way, that the hair sucks up his eyebrows? Is that how that works?
No,
Yeah, let's go with that.
but that's what I'm going with.
That.
There's no reason for him to. Okay, so he got Super Saiyan 3. Even Gotenks, like even hit, like he, just. I mean,
Yeah.
edit that out. But like that design, it was dope. That moment was really dope, Majin Buu Saga. But then, it kind of got stale. I mean, even though we only saw it like twice.
Right.
It was dope, but then Super Saiyan 4 came out and he became this totally different type of primal. He going back to your roots, like you're a monkey, Like instead of like the hair on your head, the hair is on your body.
So basically a monkey.
Interesting.
Yeah, man, he a big old monkey man.
I like it. I like that. That's cool.
Even though GT was trash though.
True. Big fan. All right. Kevon, hit me with the next.
Alright. Favorite Dragon Ball movie?
You guys are killing me.
Good. Good. If you can't decide, give me like the equals.
Okay.
Okay. I'm waiting.
Dude, this is hard.
The last one wasn't hard for you. You were just like, Kid Goku, Super Saiyan 4.
Because when I think of the movies, I have to like think about all the movies, and I've watched like all the movies.
There's not just one that comes to your head?
No, because all of them like just pop up. Like I'm thinking of Tree of Might. I'm thinking of, Broly. I'm thinking of, the second Broly movie. I'm thinking of. We don't talk about the third Broly movie.
There's a third Broly movie?
No. I mean, the third Broly
I thought
movie
Dragon Ball Super Broly movie was the third movie.
I mean, I consider that the first Dragon Ball Super movie, though.
How?
He said Dragon Ball Z. Movie, right?
Technically, Battle of Gods and Revival of F are technically Z movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did really enjoy, but then it was come from a completely different reason though. Why I loved Battle of Gods.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, cause like, yeah, I don't know.
I think the lowest for me has to be I can't pick. I'm sorry.
Like,
You want to just take a pass?
really? You're gonna take a pass?
And then the Gogeta movie, and there's so many.
There's not one that you're just like, yeah, that one was like. So well,
No.
okay. So you say I would say your least favorite then is definitely the third Broly movie though.
Wait, what?
Your least favorite is the third Broly movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
But I really, because it's like I'm like,
Yeah. No, I get that.
This ain't it, Chief.
I don't know. That's so interesting because I could list off my favorite 3 right now, like in order.
go.
1, Dragon Ball Super Broly. 2, Fusion Reborn. 3, BoJack.
I was thinking of BoJack too. I mean, but I have all of the. I mean, I don't consider Dragon Ball Super Broly because that would be my number 1,
Okay, well then there you go.
of course. But you said Dragon Ball Z.
No,
when
I said
think of
Dragon Ball movie. Or well, Kayvon actually.
In general.
Yeah. So
Okay,
Broly's your
Dragon
favorite
Ball
then. Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but that's kind of cheating though.
No. What's after that then?
All of them.
Oh, all right. So you're tied.
Yo, because like, dude, okay, when BoJack came out, that was legendary. Because my favorite, like, moment was Teen Gohan going Super Saiyan
Of
2
course.
versus Cell. That is like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like so many fans of Dragon Ball's favorite part for one of their favorite moments. But then like, when Broly first came out of nowhere, I mean, granted his character didn't really have that much of a personality, but that amount of raw power, because if you watch the series, you always hear of the legendary Super Saiyan.
True.
And we're all led to believe, oh, Goku's legendary Super Saiyan.
That's true.
Son. Son.
I get that. Okay. Because, I don't know, like, I'm not a big fan of the original Broly movie. Like, the first time I watched it, I was like, all right, it's pretty good. And then when I rewatched it in the theater, when they had it before, you know, as like the promotion for DBS Broly, I was like, wow, that was awful. Like, I don't know.
Granted, but remember when it first came out? Granted the time and like...
Fair enough. So you have some nostalgia goggles on then.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. But you also gotta like, come on, it's Broly, baby.
True. I mean, not that I dislike Broly, but like, I don't know.
But then, like, when you think of those movies, and then you think of, you know, the Pycon movie. Like...
The Pycon
that movie was...
You mean Fusion Reborn?
No. I mean, not Pycon. Tapion.
Oh, yes, very different.
Close enough.
That's a good movie too, though.
Yeah, Tapion. I'm like, oh wow, there's like, that's where Trunks gets the sword.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, like, that's not technically canon.
Quote unquote. But like, you think about it, because like, it quote unquote, you know.
Right.
But then you think about that, and then you think of, I'm like, oh, dude, Fusion Reborn. That was awesome.
And like, even the whole movie before the Gogeta part was awesome in that movie too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to watch the rest of that tournament.
Yeah, me too, to be honest.
Yeah, like, I'm like, can we go back to the tournament? I want to see who wins.
But like, even like, I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Fat Janemba, oh my gosh, it's so good. And then like, Tapion screaming at the barrier was really funny too.
Yo, I mean, I watched all of those movies in the theater, like, when they came out again, and I, like, legit laughed. So hard.
It's really funny.
The whole theater laughed. Yo, but then like, but then you forget, Broly's movie had funny moments too.
When?
You don't remember Roshi being super drunk?
Okay, true.
Yo, he's over here like, he's like, I'm gonna mess all you guys up, and then like he pulls out like he just does a bunch of faces, but he's all buff.
True. That was pretty funny.
Yo, come on, my dude. Like, all of them had, like, charming moments. I mean, except for the third Broly movie.
Fair enough. Well, at least we know your least favorite movie.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough, my friend. Okay. Moving on. So you kind of already said this before, but just so we can get a pinpoint, favorite Dragon Ball game.
Budokai 3?
Okay.
No, Fighters.
Fighters?
Fighters.
So Fighters then Budokai 3?
Yes.
Or like tied? No. Okay. Just wanted to like, we already had the question down. We kind of talked about it earlier, but I was just like, all right, let's just pinpoint it. Okay.
No. They're, yeah.
Final answer.
Fighters, Budokai 3, and the Legacy of Goku series.
All right. Good stuff. All right. I'll take the next one, Kevon, since that was like 2 seconds. All right. So you kind of already answered this, sort of, but maybe you have a different answer. What's your favorite series out of all 4 that we currently have? OG Dragon Ball, Z, Super,
OG.
or GT?
OG, Z, Super, GT. GT's not even on the list.
Fair enough.
I'll take that before Super came out. I'll take that Dragon Ball multi-universe manga that was like fan made.
Yo, that's still running.
Yo, see, I'd rather take that than GT.
True. That was pretty sick, to be honest.
Right?
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Any reason? So you like Z more than Super?
Because I didn't finish Super.
What?
Yeah, my boy. I'm a dub boy.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. I was gonna say how. Fair enough.
I'm a dub boy, so I can't judge something just because I know information about it. But I have not experienced what you guys have experienced if you finished and watched Super.
Right. Fair enough. Bro. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love the ending. The ending is Oh, anyway, let's continue.
Quiet.
I know. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. All right. Speaking of Dragon Ball, that's your cue, Kayvon.
Oh, okay. I'm not taking my bad. All right.
Okay.
What do you think about the direction the series is going?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I mean, it's self-explanatory. Like, okay,
Where the series is going? I mean, like, I don't even know where it's going because
I guess this would apply better if.
Okay, so here then, let me spin it like this, right?
Super.
Take a look at it like this, right? I mean, obviously you finished the Goku Black arc, yeah. I mean, this is spoilers for Super if you haven't seen it yet somehow, but I mean, if you're not done.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I watched like, yeah.
You didn't finish the Goku Black arc, is that what you're trying to say?
I did.
Why don't
I
I
mean,
like the uncertainty
mean-
in your voice?
Okay. So the last episode I watched was when Trunks used his sword. You know after he went all rage
The
mode,
Spirit Sword, yeah.
the spirit sword.
Do you
and
know what
everything.
happens after that or no?
I stopped watching because there was no more episodes.
You don't know what happens after that?
I mean, yeah, of course I know what happens
Okay,
after
okay,
that, but
okay. But
I haven't witnessed it.
okay. Well, you know what happens either way. So I'm going to talk about it is the point. So
Okay.
So we have, right, enemies that are basically too strong for Goku to defeat now, right? Like, you have Zamasu, who, beat Vegito Blue, right? Kind of, yeah. But, I mean, beat him and then Goku and Vegeta's power easily, right? I mean, they literally couldn't beat him without Zeno in the end, right? Like, even when Trunks used a Spirit Sword, they still needed little football head to come through, right? And then now, in Super, you have Jiren, who even with Ultra Instinct, Jiren is still, like, basically
He's
just
still
as
broken.
powerful.
He's
Right.
still broken.
Right. And so, granted,
I know, and I kind of know a little bit of Mr. Goatman, too.
right.
so-
We won't talk about the manga specifically, but and then we have like, I don't want to say that. I mean, I definitely think that Broly's stronger than Gogeta, but we never really got to finish the fight, because Broly was wished away.
No, he dies, dude. Come on,
Definitely.
he dies.
So-
But if given time, yeah.
Yeah, but so what do you think about that? Basically, is that we have enemies that are too strong for Goku and Vegeta?
So,
Yes,
Basically,
Vegeta.
you're Davida. Okay. So you're basically asking the age-old, broken power level question that like Z is like struggling with because like there's only so far like you're getting into the realm of like multi-universes and
Right.
and like we're already past gods. It's like we can't have like double god.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Eventually, the only person that's going to be left is Zeno.
Yeah. So I mean, like, at this point, I feel like we definitely know where the cap is. If they do continue Super wherever they're going with it, I feel like it's gonna end up. Actually, did I hear? Wait, hold on. Wasn't there like I think proof that they said that
It's
the
coming
end
back.
of the end of was it the end of Z or the end of GT?
The end of Z, I think, is what you're thinking.
The end of Z, like, isn't that canon?
Yes.
So that eventually happens.
Yes.
So yeah, so like it's gonna like no matter where it goes, it's gonna end up there. So it's kind of like we kind of see where the ball is.
I think yes, but actually no, because I think some of that has gotten retconned.
Wait, what? You're cutting out a little bit.
I said yes, but actually no, because I think the end of some of Z has gotten retconned through Super. And like it's kind of can happen, but kind of can't happen in the same way.
Like only some of it can happen.
Right.
Oob happens,
Right. Yeah.
but a lot of the other stuff doesn't happen.
So I don't know. So what do you think then?
I don't like it.
Really?
I honestly, I really don't, because like with that kind of point of view, I mean, obviously they're gonna change some stuff, and they're gonna retcon a lot of the stuff because they didn't know where they were gonna go with Super
Right.
at that point. Like they barely like dusted all the cobwebs off of them for like how many years? Like 10 years.
Right. Long time.
So they're like, oh, like they didn't expect Super to get super duper like where it is now.
Popular, yeah.
And then, oh, look at Super just came out with the movie, and it's like what? Like legit the best Dragon Ball movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
And the
And I
amount
think
of
it's
work.
definitely made the most money.
And like technology isn't slowing down anytime soon, and they're gonna like they add like you saw what they did in that movie. They added like 3D effects. They added like a bunch of stuff. Like I wish I could have saw the movie in IMAX to kind of experience what what they wanted us to see. But like even in normal theaters, you can see what they're trying to do with it. So I feel like regardless of how ridiculous the power scaling goes, and regardless of like all the powerful enemies, and no matter wherever Goku ends up, like I like it's kind of just whatever for me.
Interesting. Okay.
And I kind of feel like, you know what, I'm just here for the ride. Like we know it's kind of like a back and forth. It's like we know Goku's gonna win at the end of the day, or the good guys are gonna win at the end of the day. There's not, unless they do some dope stuff and they're like, you know what, they all die this time. like everyone's dead.
I mean, that is kind of the Goku Black arc. That's what future Trunks future is.
But there's still people alive.
No, it's just Trunks and Mai, remember?
Yeah, but they're alive.
Yeah, but that's it. All the other Z fighters are gone.
Yeah, but they're still alive.
I know what you mean, but still.
Everyone dies.
Dang.
Bad guys win forever. Like no help from anyone. Like unless they do that, like we know what's gonna happen.
And because that's the other thing that's kind of like crazy about the direction is that, you know, even if it like comes down to circumstances where that may happen, right? It's like, well, you know, we always have literally our own god of destruction and angel that are basically friends with our main heroes. I mean, heck, in the movie, when they were trying to figure out how to fuse, Whis was just kind of taking the bullet for a little bit and, you know, fighting Broly for a little bit.
Yeah.
So even if they get into a situation, they still have that. Heck, Goku is friends with the most powerful being in existence.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Like,
So,
of course.
I see where you're coming from now.
But like honestly, like not to like be kind of a downer with the whole like we know what's gonna happen anyways. But it's like, dude, I'm just here for the ride, man.
Right.
I just want to see like I'm just here to see like what they do, like what kind of like I'm kind of looking at it as a fan, but also like not just a fan of Dragon Ball, but like as a fan of the production team.
Okay, interesting.
I want to see where they're going. I want to see what they do. I want to see like where they improve. I want to see, you know, messed up animations, just like you know.
Oh, boy.
On some episode 5 type stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like, I think a good example to that mentality could be, well, two things. One, the saying it's about the journey, not the destination. And two, I think the perfect example of that is One Piece. How many episodes they're at now? We've lost count. But it doesn't even matter, right? When they eventually find the One Piece, right? Because it's all about what's happened up until then, right?
Yeah.
Everything that's happened between.
It's kind of just like, you know what, like we know eventually it's gonna happen, or even if they get to that point, like it might not go the way they think it's gonna happen, but it's like we were here for the entire ride. Like we were sightseeing, we saw that happen. Oh, remember Goku Black? Yeah, that was a thing. Remember Jiren? That was a thing. Remember that baseball game? Yeah, that was a thing.
That was fun. That was a good episode.
That was a good one, yeah.
Cool, though. Yeah, okay.
Nice.
I like that mentality, though. Despite it being kind of not saddening, but like, you know, I don't know. I see where you're coming from. Alright. Moving on from Dragon Ball specifically, though. What's your favorite anime? And it doesn't have to be Dragon Ball.
Whoosha.
Because I do think that's kind of funny. Because including me, a lot of people in the community who play Dokkan a lot, I've heard a couple of people say that their favorite anime isn't even Dokkan. Or Dokkan. Dragon Ball. Like, I think
I love Dokkan anime.
I wish.
There's a lot of epic bubble pops and...
I mean, that's basically the time I got reincarnated as a Yamcha, but, you know. Do you know what I'm talking about or no in that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Okay,
about,
good.
the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't have a favorite. I just have like the animes that I like.
All right, well, name me some then.
Okay, Yu Yu Hakusho, basically all the old ones.
You're
Tenchi
old.
Muyo, Kenshin. You know, gotta love some Bleach, a little bit of Naruto. Of course, Dragon Ball Z.
What about the one anime that's always the GIF is in the bottom right corner of your streams?
Wotakoi, which is a fairly new one. I didn't think I was gonna like. I didn't think like, you know, I've been trying to dabble in some new animes and everything, but it's kind of just like I love the anime. It was really good. Makes you kind of sad because like there's no season 2 yet or at all. I don't know. Konosuba is a really good one. Hope season 3 comes out. Really disappointed with SAO.
Yeah, aren't we all?
I never got into watching Attack on Titan.
Neither have I, to be honest with you.
But I think for me it's kind of like for a totally different reason. Because I like when it first started coming out, like I was reading it. There was no anime. There was no anime yet, and like I loved the manga. It was wonderful, and it's funny because where I stopped reading, because like the thing with me is like I really don't like waiting.
Okay.
That's why I'm not like watching weekly like Dragon Ball Super dub. Like I want everything to be done so I can just binge it.
Oh, so you stopped there on Trunks so you could wait till it's done.
So I could just watch everything and just enjoy myself and, you know, be that kind of person.
Okay.
And with Attack on Titan, like where I stopped, that was like years ago.
Okay.
Like years ago, and they're barely at where I stopped is where they're at on the anime right now.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So it's been that long.
That's crazy.
And people are telling me like, "Oh, dude, you should watch." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good."
I mean, you could theoretically watch it now if it's everything you've seen already in the manga.
Yeah, no, totally. But like, it's like,
No,
like I'm pretty sure that the animation and everything would be wonderful to watch because like it was so epic. But it's got so depressing.
Yeah, I get that. I stopped watching AOT. I think it was just because I started watching it when the anime like. It was, I don't know if it was like a year or two after it came out, but I was like a little bit younger and still trying to get into anime, and I wasn't like too big of a fan of like a lot of gore and blood like that. You know, like fighting is different than having a Titan bite you in half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the time, I was like, I ain't really about all that, so I didn't watch it. Even though a lot of my
Same it,
friends,
Chief.
right?
Like
we're the same
like
age,
imagine
maybe.
me reading it. It's like, oh, look at like they all like train together. Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh no.
No,
that kind of
everybody's
turned me
in
off
half.
originally. I do want to try going back and watching it since it's such a renowned anime. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Someday.
Eventually. Like I'll watch it eventually. It's on my list of like things to catch up on. But
Yeah.
yeah, like now I'm not really watching that much. I'm kind of just like, if it's good, it's good. Like it's bad, it's bad. Like
Yeah, I got you. All right, I have to ask the question because it's related, and then we'll move on to more questions about you specifically.
yeah, no, ask whatever. I'm an open book.
Have you seen JoJo?
First season.
Oh, well, that's a start. I thought you were gonna say no, so that's better than I thought you were going to. How did you
season,
like
but
part
then-
one?
I liked it up to a certain point.
Where?
When Joseph dies, quote unquote.
Joseph dies. You mean Jonathan?
Jonathan, same shit. Shizzle.
I mean, pretty much. Jonathan is pretty forgettable.
Yeah. So that. Yeah.
Well, that is part one, though. That's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Just like I'm like, are you serious? Like we went through all that, and you're just gonna.
True.
And then I started the second season, and then I got really sad.
Why? How far did you get in? It's not sad in the beginning.
Oh no, not sad because the anime was sad, but sad because like I just spent all this time.
Oh, that's true. Well, see, that's the thing, though. If you continue watching, that's why the next parts of JoJo are so great. That's part of the reason why a lot of people, including myself, aren't like the biggest fan of part one. Because then part two, right, is Joseph. He's still
eventually
there.
it gets better.
Right.
Eventually it gets better, but then like I know, but it's like I'm still recovering from that loss. I had to take that L.
I got you.
So believe me, a lot more L's will be taken.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be feeling a lot more hells in the
I had to
future.
take an L, but like like one thing like did make me feel better though.
Hey, whoa! We can't get copyright claim. Don't forget.
Hey, it was only 10 seconds. Okay.
Hey,
I'm
Susan
gonna
don't
get
like
copyright
that.
claim. It's all right. I don't get copyright claims on my streams. We're good.
Nonetheless, though, I got you. I mean, yeah, but that's what's so great about like, I feel like in that terms of like that complaint of like the character is that part two you have Joseph, right? Part three he's still there, right? Part three you have Jotaro. Part four he's still there, like for the whole thing. Even Joseph comes back in part four, right? In the beginning of part five, you have Jotaro is still there, and Koichi, which is a character from part four, and they kind of enter you into the new part five, and then they're not as active in the story as much, but they still do periodically appear, but they kind of help you continue with the characters that
It's kind of like weaning you off of the characters instead of like cold turkey.
right, like Jonathan, yeah. Rip, my boy.
Let me get a moment of silence for that boy real quick. Oof.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Last moment. I'm Dio.
Yeah, exactly.
Still alive. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah, that'll make you real mad. But
I
nonetheless,
was like, yo, like they, like he finally got to be happy, but no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happiness doesn't exist in JoJo.
Nope.
that is kind of true to be honest.
I mean, same thing with Attack on Titan. I'll watch it eventually, but it's gonna be like a couple of years.
I got you. I don't know. I would recommend catching up on JoJo soon because you're gonna have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
It's longer than Super is, so.
Is it longer than One Piece?
Oh
No, thankfully.
But they're already like pretty far through part 5 already, and
Is it longer? Is it longer than Shippuden?
I don't
don't know.
think so.
Yeah. And dude, like, when I say binge, like, I mean binge, my boy.
Do you don't talk to anyone for 2 days?
Yeah, like I'm inactive everywhere. Like, I got phone calls, people getting mad at me for ignoring them. Not on purpose.
Nah, I got you.
But I mean, like, Like, dude, like I finished like Cowboy Bebop in one night. Like,
Wait, really?
yeah,
Huh. You wild it.
yeah. Like, I mean, if I could have streamed myself like watching with the stream like of an anime, I would have done it already. Like
I wish that there must be a platform where you can do that. I don't
Twitch.
know. True,
Twitch.
I guess, but I don't know.
I mean, that's what I used to do. I watched the entirety of TFS with my stream. Like,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like
years.
I'd love to rewatch DBS Broly like on stream one time. I think that'd be really cool. But anyhow, moving on. We're gonna talk a little bit more about you in specific. I'm gonna take this first question, Kayvon. You can ask the next one because this is a question that actually when I was first thinking about interviewing you, this was kind of one of the questions I was the most curious about with you.
It.
So this is related to some more newer content that you've been doing on your channel. So maybe you know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
So why did you start doing IRL streams like driving with Honton? Because I know you've been doing quite a bit of that lately. You've been doing a lot of driving. I know you've done lunch times with Honton and stuff like that. And it was sort of interesting to me because, like, you know, you mostly stream Dokkan. And it was just, excuse me.
You're good.
It was just kind of interesting that out of the blue you started doing a lot of this IRL stuff. Like, obviously it's not a bad thing, but it was just kind of curious to me. So,
well, honestly, I wasn't thinking about doing any of that stuff, to be honest with you. But interesting enough, like, I think it a big part of why I started doing that IRL stuff was primarily because I have this thing with my computer that we like to fight a lot, and they like to like explode a lot of the times and not work for me.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'm left with nothing but my phone, and I'm not the type of person that likes being held back because of hardware difficulties. But I also have quality control.
Okay.
So when it comes to something like Dokkan or gameplay, like I want to do it like the way that I normally do it, like with the way I do things. It's kind of just like, you know, I have like, you see how my stream is.
Right.
You know, I have all my stuff, like you got the chat, you got all this. I can't bring myself to use like the recorder and use a mobile app, and it's slow, and I can't read the chat. I can't do the things that I normally do when I'm streaming. So I thought, I'm like, you know, while I'm waiting to repair my computer, I need content to you know, feed the hungry.
So that was your solution.
Yeah. So I'm like one day, I think it happened one night after a stream. Actually, I'm like, I have not eaten since the morning. So my stream was like, dude, just take us with you. I'm like, what?
Huh.
I'm like, I don't like. That's kind of like, it made me feel really uncomfortable.
Interesting.
Really uncomfortable. I'm like, no. These belong on my computer. Like, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, my phone's not that great, so whatever you get is what you get. So that night, I turned on the stream on my phone. It was really weird. I'm like, you know what? I really don't mind it. And it's kind of like, because what I would do before I started doing my live stuff again, like I have like a decent camera. I have my GoPros. Like I was doing like online stuff already. I mean, not online, in real life stuff already on my other channel. And like kind of doing like daily vlog stuff that before like daily vlog stuff was a thing. Like this, I'm talking about like when I was in high school, when I was able to afford a camera.
I was gonna say that is a long time ago.
Oh, dude, stop! I get it. I'm old.
I gotta bully you a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Got him.
But yeah, no, like I just like recording stuff. I like cinematography kind of stuff, but you know, I don't want to edit it. I get so lazy with editing things and like doing things the way that people can consume it. So that's why I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna put my camera there and stream. And it used to just be just me talking. I mean, not even me talking, just me driving. But then people start talking, so I talk back, and then I'm like, oh, look at this! I forgot I have 2 phones. I can play music and stream.
Right.
So then it started becoming a like kind of a, how do you say? It's kind of like, do you remember when you were a kid, and your mom would pick you up from school or something, and like she would just drive home, and you would like end up passing out?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that for me, and for a lot of the viewers too. To be honest, like I've talked to a couple of, during the stream. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like me passing out, when my mom used to drive like on long trips or something. And since like I have like it's mandatory for me to drive home from work, and since my job is so far away from where I live, it's like an hour commute each way. So that's 2 hours out of my day, And at the end of my day, I get so exhausted. Here's another reason why I started doing it. I get so exhausted, like I would fall asleep on the road, and that's super dangerous.
Wow. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super dangerous. But I mean, like working all day, like I wake up super early, and then I leave like after everyone's gone already. So we're talking about like from 5 a.m. to like 4 p.m.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? If I can do like 36-hour streams on my computer, like I want to see how it works when I'm in my car. So it's kind of like I'm streaming for them, but then like streaming also for me.
Fair enough.
Like to help keep me up and not die.
And not die.
Makes sense.
Cool. I don't know. I didn't expect that much of an in-depth answer, but I like that a lot. I like that kind of analogy too. It's like when you fall asleep on the car ride home. That's good.
Yeah. It's kind of just like really chills. Like it's interactive, but like it's kind of like going on a mini road trip with your homie.
Right. I like that.
It's like you don't have to talk if you don't want to. You could just chill, like space out, just watch in front of you. And now that I got my new Samsung S10 Plus, and so much better. Sponsor me, please. Yeah.
Well, I just had a question. Oh no! Oh, what's the craziest thing you've gotten on an IRL stream?
What do you mean?
Like craziest thing that's happened.
Okay, so one day on my way home, you remember Sir Loaf, right?
Of course, yeah.
He didn't realize I live actually like kind of close by to him, and he's like, "Yo, where are you driving?" I'm like, "You know where I'm driving?" Because I knew like the general area of where he lived. But he didn't know that I knew that. And he didn't know where I lived, which is like good. Which is good because like, that information should be top secret.
Right, private, definitely.
But then he's like, "Yo, that highway looks familiar." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, where you at?" He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just like what, like where you at?" He's like, "That looks really familiar." I'm like, "I know it does." Like,
yeah.
Pull up. He's like, "No, you're not down." I'm like, "Let's go right now. I will buy you lunch. Let's go."
And so we came?
So he's like, I'm like, "Just tell me where to meet you, and you don't have to tell me where you live. You don't have to tell me your address or whatever. Just I'll go wherever you tell me, and I'll wait for you." He's like, "Okay, dip." So he told me to park near a GameStop in this shopping district, and the whole stream's like, "Are you serious right now? Like, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know, dude. Like, I just felt like doing it right now." So, and like he's afraid because he's like, "Dude, you're meeting some random person online,
right?
On like that's streaming. You don't know what I'm gonna do. You don't know if I'm gonna pull a gun or pull a knife or whatever."
Right.
But then I got scared. I'm like, "Yo, dude, I really like. I'm just following blind directions at this point. This is not the smartest thing I've done in a while. But you know what? Like, he's the homie.
True.
Like
you gotta trust."
and I always thought like, you know, it would be pretty cool to meet up with some of the viewers that like pop up. I mean, like not I wouldn't want to like see all of them at once, but like it's nice to talk to people or like, get to meet the people that like watch you, because it's like, why would you watch me? Like
Right.
why would you sit through like 36 hours of me? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand it. So after waiting a good like 5 minutes, he just pops up, and dude, he was so apprehensive.
What do you mean?
Like I'm like, yo, Loaf, I'm right here. And he's like, oh, this is real. And then he walked up to my car all slow. I'm like, just make sure you don't show your car on stream. And he's like, okay, cool. So he parked a little whiles away off the screen, and then he walked up and he just stood outside of my passenger door. I had the windows open, the door was along. I'm like, come in. He's like, and I'm like, yo, dude, like just sit in, bro. Like I'm here. It's me. I'm Honton. Like I'm here, bro. Like this is real. He's like, and like, okay, if you've ever watched a Loaf stream, dude, this guy is eccentric. He's all about the comedy. He's like, he twerks on stream. He does like, he's pretty wild on stream. But dude, he like, that was the like, he was so like different.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, oh, like your persona is not coming out right now. You are so like weird.
Yeah.
And I'm still kind of like maintaining that, even though my face is out there, like I'm still maintaining that I'm not showing my face on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And just randomly, I have this panda mask in my truck.
Oh, is that what that thumbnail was from?
Did you see a random panda?
I did see the panda. I didn't watch the video, but I did see the panda thumbnail.
Yeah. So that day, I'm like, okay, let's go. Drive through real quick with Honton and Loaf. We ended up going to an Arby's drive through, and then people were like, yo, wear the mask, because they're like, show your face. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I showed me and Loaf, but I was wearing the panda mask, and they're like, what the heck? So
Okay.
people were like just typing. It was going crazy. They're like, wear the mask during the drive through, wear the mask. So I'm like, if you donate to Loaf's stream later today and to mine right now, I will wear the mask.
Dang. So you did it?
Oh yeah, it was hilarious.
That's crazy. I'm gonna go back and watch that now.
Yo, dude, and then like the cashier was just like, they were like, I'm like, okay, here's my money, here's my card. Okay, cool. Like, and then they and we were just sitting there waiting. I'm like, do they not see me? Are they not looking at me? And legit, like when I looked back and they were handing me my food, I see like all the coworkers like they were all double taking me. They're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, why that guy's head is huge and he looks like a panda. What's going on here? And me and Loaf are cracking up, and they're all laughing, and we're all just like cracking up in this Arby's drive-through. And they're like, oh, we gotta give you your order in the parking lot. Can you park in the front? And I'm like, what the heck is going on? No. I'm like, okay, let's go to the parking lot. So we ended up parking, and then like legit, one of the workers came outside. They're like, yo, like that was hilarious. And dude, it was so funny. I'm like, you like that, huh? You like that panda mask? And it was just like literally the craziest thing, because it's like, not one, you got two Dokkan tubers like popping up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time like I showed my quote unquote face, because I'm actually a panda.
Right, of course.
And like, what kind of cycle goes through an Arby's drive-through with a panda mask on? Like, what kind of like delusions of grandeur do you have in your brain to like actually do that?
I mean, hey, you did it, bro. So
I did it though. You know, I am that crazy guy. So yeah, I think that answers the question, right?
That is definitely a great story. I like
Legit,
that.
like, dude, if like I would have done the same thing. I'm like, yo, F it, come through,
Dude, bro, high key, if I'm ever in the area, or we ever go in a con or something like that, we're definitely gonna meet up.
Down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
100%.
I'm down and up. I'm sideways.
Sounds good to me, my boy. Definitely.
Dude,
Definitely
always,
goals for the
always.
future. The Honton X Live bucket list.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. Legit, I wanted to like before a lot of stuff that happened that you know of Epic. I actually want a lot of us to actually go to Kamehameha in Texas.
Yeah, I was even thinking about it myself. I almost did it.
So it's gonna be a lot of us, a lot of people that we know,
Right.
like both of us, and you know, even people that are pretty far away. And we were all planning to go meet up because, like, you know, we were all chummy, but like things fell out,
Right,
and then things happened, and then I had a job, and I'm like, oh wow, I got a job, so can't get it off, but you know,
Hey, maybe this year.
happen.
You never know.
Yeah, maybe we never know.
Yeah, because this summer, hopefully, I'm gonna be making bank, so that might actually be a reality. We'll see.
I mean, and we never know this summer, this actual summer, like the 2019. I don't know if I might. I don't know if I want to go across U.S. I don't know what I want to do. You know?
Oh, if you don't come through to Chicago, my boy, come
Oh,
through.
Chi-Town?
Yeah,
I've never been to Chi-Town before.
really. Oh,
Dude, I've never been. Okay, I've been out of Cali, but I haven't been out. I've never been out of the West Coast.
really?
Oh,
Interesting. I guess I've never technically. No, I've been over there a little bit. Never
Yeah,
been
see,
to California though.
I've never been over anywhere. I've been to like the furthest east I've went is Arizona.
Okay, I think
That's not even that. That's not even.
because I've been to like the Dakotas in Minnesota before, but
Yo,
don't
dude,
think
stop
anything really-
rapping, bro. Why you rapping right now? I've been to the Dakotas, the Minnesotas.
you're goofy, bro, and I love you.
Hey, dude. It's all love, baby. It's all love.
Of course. Anyhow, moving on. Yes, that I'm definitely going to watch that clip right after we're done, actually, because that was hilarious.
Yo, dude, it's just random. I don't know if it's the panda one, but it's just a random. You gotta find it. It's before I made that awesome thumbnail.
All right, I'll definitely check it out. I'll check it out. Anyhow, though, moving on. This is actually a question. You know what, Kayvon? I'm gonna take this one too because this is another one that I was curious about. You know what? I'm just gonna take all the ones that we're doing in this section because I came up with them anyway. You hit them up.
Kayvon don't care about me.
Nah, it's okay. Well, that is the, I will say, like, and obviously no offense to you too, but like, you know, certain people that we bring on, me and Kayvon are both like, yes, you know, and then some of them it's like people that I mess with or I know of, and Kayvon's just, you know, kind of like doing his own thing, and he's just here for the ride, you know.
Dude, Kayvon's just here.
That's what's going on in my head right now, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, either way though.
Yeah, it's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, of course. So this is actually one that I was curious about myself. Why did you start using the like modified version of Broly as your avatar?
That's a good one.
Like, you know, they're like, you know what I'm talking about, like the red hair.
Yeah. The mascot.
Right.
Well, honestly, it wasn't originally only supposed to be Broly, but it just ended up that way. Cause just like you've seen like the majority of my custom character edits.
I've seen a couple, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I've done some for Y-Try. I did it for Ginger Ninja. I did like the majority of Nichigo's.
Mm-hmm.
I done clashes sometimes, not his custom, but I've cut it out and I've done stuff for him. But I've been messing around with like making my own custom character type of stuff for like over a decade, my dude.
Dang, that's crazy.
And it's always been like this black hair, red, with a tad of red on it.
Is that just like your favorite color scheme?
Yeah, I mean it's and it has to be together. It has to be majority black with a tinge of red.
Okay.
Regardless, and I've always been. It's been like that since like I want to say. When was MySpace around?
All right, now listen, weighing in those dinosaurs.
Yo, hey,
This whole podcast has just been saying how you're
you cannot mess with my boy Tom. He was my friend. But yeah, no. So like that happened. I mean, I've been having this type of like it's not even like like strictly on Broly. I mean, I've done it with like Majin Vegeta. I've done it with Gogeta. I've done it with Goku. I've done it with like literally anything and anything with like just black with the tinge of red.
Okay.
You know, I've done it with Vegeta, whatever. It didn't matter. It was just it's kind of just like Honton-ifying it, regardless.
Okay.
Like I could do it for Kalen Khalifa. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Right, I got you.
Like, but you know, the first when Broly first came, no, not even the first one. It was like I started. It was just the original Broly. I started to feel like, you know what? I kind of want to like amp it up a bit rather than just coloring it in. Like I started editing like the first Broly I had was like I had him with long hair. It kind of looked like the Super Saiyan God from the movie.
Yamoshi.
Remember that? No, not Yamoshi. I mean, I like Yamoshi. He's cool, but it's like, you remember the Japan only Broly movie that was all 3D, and like you were part of it.
Oh, the ride.
The 4D movie.
Yeah, I think that was. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw that. I'm like, yo, that design of Broly is really cool. Like, and since myself, I do have long hair. Like my hair's like godlike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if there's one thing for me to be conceited about, it's my hair.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take that, and I've been like editing like the long hair with the Broly and everything, and it's like, I'm like, I dig this. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep this, and everything I can do to like kind of edit it in that way, I'm just gonna keep the look.
So why Broly though? Just because you like Broly?
It's kind of like Broly. I mean, the first design looked really good, like this one right here.
Right.
I mean, you can't really see it, but
No, I got you. I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So
because that was one
after
of the
that, I'm
original
like,
Broly images, right? From Super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, I mean, like, no, from the movie.
Like,
if you look,
I got you.
yeah, from the 40 movie.
Oh, wait.
If
One
you
of your
look,
Icon isn't the one from the 4D movie, is it?
no, that was like that's the most not the most recent, but like that was like when he he was first released.
Okay. Right. I got you.
Oh, you just saw that? Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So like, I'm just gonna go back in time real quick because I don't think I even have the photo anymore. I said photo, man, instead of the image.
I'm not gonna make another comment.
Yo, dude, I'm so old.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Yo, my man.
Yo.
While you're looking for that, though, I'm gonna ask you another question while you're searching your little thing, or
For
while
sure,
you're
for
searching
sure,
your
for
thing. This one should be, I think, an easier question for you to answer. And you might have said it earlier. What's the longest stream you've ever done?
36 hours.
Why?
Better question, why not?
Fair enough.
Yeah, huh?
What's your usual consistent stream time? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I mean, it used to be before I got my job. So from last July, because that's when I started again. I started in July or June, somewhere around there. So from there to now, I mean, till the beginning of this year, January, or the end of January, I was streaming from, I want to say, on average, maybe 14-hour streams.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not.
By the way, I have the image right there, and you can kind of see it.
Yeah. Let me take a look at that boy real quick. Where's my mouse? There we go. Ah, okay. Yeah, I do remember seeing that. I remember seeing that in a couple
Yeah.
of things. Yeah.
So like the new Broly just got announced, and like he doesn't even look like that, to be honest.
True.
Like they changed his design a lot, but
They
like,
did.
and on the one on the right, I'm like, yo, I kind of like that, but then you can kind of see the editing is not on point. Now it's a lot more
Clean, yeah.
on point. Yeah, it's a lot more clean, but it's like, yeah, you know me.
I got you. Alright. Speaking of streaming, why do you mostly do streaming on your channel? Or excuse me, here. Let me ask you that rather. You do mostly streaming. Why don't you make as much video content?
Because I'm lazy.
Is that really it?
Not just that, but it's kind of like, for me, original content is really, really important.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing that can get more original than me talking while doing something that's already been done. Like the content when I stream, like I feel like, yeah, like it's kind of like the gameplay is great, quote unquote gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's just like summoning or like grinding.
Right.
But it's like the content is in me. It's not the gameplay. Like people aren't there just to say, "Oh man, you're really grinding that Vegeta, 20 medals, 5 medal. Oh my god, what? You're grinding Vegeta twice for SA20? Oh my god!" No one says that. No one like. People are like, "Dude, you're insane and you're stupid. Like you should just use Kai's." But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a stingy dude, so I do grind the second copy. But when I make videos, like even with the series that I'm doing, like I still have I have a lot of content that I've recorded, but I just don't post it because it's like it's not. I wouldn't watch it myself.
Right. That
I
is
wouldn't want.
that is a
wouldn't-
philosophy I've heard for a while, and I sort of abide by that too. If I wouldn't watch it myself, I don't want to upload it.
And that's kind of why, like even with the like 100% videos are awesome if they're on your account for me. That's like private server videos are kind of boring for me because it's like that's great and all, but it's kind of like, do you own it? Like, can you? Are you, like the whole point of like making videos about characters is the ones that are on my account. Because when I'm watching something with if I'm watching when I get excited for somebody that's summoning, like say Epic Mewtwo, I'm watching a video, you're like, oh my god, like this summon's actually crazy. It's not on like a reroll account. It's not on a giveaway account. It's your account. It's your journey. Like I'm connecting with the creator. I feel I'm trying to feel what you're feeling. I'm trying to feel your excitement. Oh my god, I pulled Majin Vegeta for my first time. I was hunting him for years.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, yeah, my boy. Congratulations. Like I feel that. Like when Nichigo finally pulls Goku and Frieza, which he probably won't for a long time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna jab the boy. I mean,
Right,
he
of
can't
course,
even
of
pull
course.
Gogeta Blue for himself. I had to take it. Okay, anyways. So that's what I look for. Like that's why Nano and Rhyme that's why people like them so much when they were making their summoning videos, because it's like it's genuine excitement, because it's like it's mine.
Right.
When let's say like the Truth or Legacy or whoever else makes private, it's kind of just like, oh well, this is what happens and this is what it does. It's like, dude, I don't care.
I got
I
you.
just don't care. It's like I don't care.
I mean,
Get out of my face.
I do feel that those videos have a purpose in terms of just
It
showing
does.
people what the unit can do, but in the way of the content creator specifically and original content, definitely. Like I feel like that's definitely not original content, but it's necessary content.
Yeah, it's like it's there. It's like it's great, but it's like great. You're the encyclopedia of boringness. Like I don't. Like who reads the encyclopedia for fun, dude? No, dude. Give me that Harry Potter. Give me that Game of Thrones. Give me that 50 Shades of Goku.
I mean, Yeah, with how many transformations he has, pretty much at this point.
All Super Saiyan, Kaioken. How come he's never used Kaioken with Super Saiyan?
He has. Super Kaioken is a card in Dokkan.
Oh, right.
Goober.
Yeah, you're right. You caught me. No, but then that's why it takes so long for me to create these videos. And plus I get so meticulous when it's editing. Like the few videos that I've had, like you've seen the trailers that I've made, right?
Mm-hmm. They're very good.
I wouldn't say they're very good, but
they're very good.
I do think about a lot. Like the one that's coming up. Like I'm trying to. I do have a couple videos in the works, but it's like as a Dokkan tuber, like what else is there to do other than summon your really boring private server videos?
Yeah.
Like summoning, giving away. What else is there other than like team setup and news? What else is there?
I mean, I see what you mean, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm a big fan of doing like super goofy teams.
Oh
like,
yeah. I know that's why it's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's kind of. But at the same time, it's like I'm the type that's saying, you know, I'm like, what can I do that's specifically me? What can I do that no one can do? I can be me. I can talk to the chat. I can like be myself. I can do this. I can do that. But like that's why I have series. Like I would even call it a series because I'm so bad. I know I should continue it, but like just time and all this and work and everything. But I still gotta edit it. But summoner spotlight on my account or subscriber spotlight.
Oh, wait. Explain what that is, because that sounds like a series that I have that I'm about to bring back, actually.
That's where I get like whoever wants to be part of it. I get their account and I go over it and I look at what they do and I ask a certain. I pretty much interview the person, and yeah, and I give the subscriber their 15 minutes of
fame.
You know, screen time. I wouldn't say fame because I ain't famous, my dude, but screen time.
Right.
And on top of that, I do edits, and then like there's always a comedic thing in it. Like in the majority of them, like after I ask the questions and they answer, I write like a really short blurb on it on the screen. It's like I interviewed one of my viewers, and they're like, they were acting super shy.
Mm-hmm.
But they tried to play it off, and I'm like, okay, well, before I even ask any questions, my dude is feeling like mad nervous. He's like quivering, and I'm just like, yeah. And then like another episode, like I'm like, oh, like, are you a whale? Are you a dolphin? Are you free to play? Like, and he's like, oh, I don't spend that much. Like, I think I'm not a whale. I'm like a guppy. And he's like, I'm like, how much you spend? He's been, oh, I spent like, I don't know, like $500. And I'm like, dude, you are at least a dolphin. I see. You're at least a dolphin. So I edit like dolphins, like, like, you know, it's like just random stuff. And I'm like, you're not gonna get that from anyone else because no one's really doing stuff like that. I mean, there's always gonna be like edits and memes and everything, but like actually talking like subscribers and putting them on their channel, like I felt like that kind of original, and like I kind of claim it's mine, but I'm so lazy with it.
No, I got you. I definitely think that's original. I mean, the series that I was just talking about that I want to bring back, I'm gonna probably make a revised video about it, but is a series called Dokkan Replay where viewers submit footage from whatever run they want to submit, you know, and basically like showing off a team with a purpose, and then I'll commentate over it basically.
Oh, nice.
So
see, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's the original content I love, because like I don't need to see like, okay, they're maxed out, like the characters are maxed out, like great, like I'm not gonna have that unless I totally whale out in the game,
Right.
or I get a private server. So like, what? It doesn't really matter to me because at the point when they're actually at that point where they're rainbowed, my whole team isn't gonna be rainbowed.
Fair enough.
The majority of YouTube's teams aren't gonna be rainbowed, so it's not really showing me something. When I posted my first rainbowed card, for Goku, like I felt like, you know what, I'm gonna make this 100% video because it's my first 100% card, and like I feel like it gave a kind of realistic point of view as to what the damage you're actually getting, because it was a mono STR team, of course.
Yep, back in the day, baby.
But it had, they had 1 or 2 dupes on some cards, no dupes on some other cards. It's kind of like an average of what you would get.
Right.
What you would assume to have like the same amount of damage. I don't need to max out my damage because like this game's too easy. Like you don't, at a certain point it's just ridiculous. Like like LRs, yeah, show me. Merge Zamasu, yeah, they can do a lot of damage when they're maxed out in Rainbow. Great. But like it's not really telling me anything unless they're under realistic
circumstances.
It's kind of just, it's really dumb.
No, I got you. But hey, no, so your end all be all answer for that then is that if you do make video content, you want it to be the best that it can possibly be, and streams are just
at
a
that
little
moment.
bit easier. Right.
Yeah, streams is just to put something out there
and just chill.
Put something out there that like that I know I can do, and that gets me the most interaction time with my audience as I can.
Interesting. Okay, I like that.
Gotcha.
All right. Last question from my section, and then Kayvon's going to have his rampage through the questions. And then we have our special question. Viewers, thank you for sticking with us. I know this is a little bit of a longer episode, but when it comes to interviews...
guys.
No. When it comes to interviews like this, I just like to be chill, and whatever happens, happens. You're here to get to know the person, and this is getting to know the person, sitting down and having a conversation with them, so...
I mean, this is what you guys would normally do when you meet somebody that like you're really cool with, and you do this normally in person.
You sound like you're like, yeah, see, you're all introverts who hide in your bedroom all day and don't talk to anyone. This is what human conversation is like.
Yo, legit though?
But that's exactly what I am.
Oh my god.
It is exactly what I am too. Like, come on. I can say it because I know what it feels like.
You know that feel. I got you.
I know that feel, my boy.
All right. So, last question for me for a bit. And you sort of touched on this, but why do you do so many giveaways?
Cause I don't know. I just want to give back to the community. That's got me this far.
But like you do a lot of giveaways and big giveaways too.
Okay, I don't do a lot of giveaways. I do one huge giveaway.
Okay, fair enough. But it feels like it's a lot of prep work for it.
It's a lot of prep work. Yeah. It's a lot of prep work. It's so much prep work.
Do you want to give us like a TLDR quick rundown of how it works?
Okay, so how I normally do it is when we do reach those points in Dokkan where things are flourishing, like 3rd anniversary was a beautiful, beautiful time to start Dokkan.
Mm-hmm.
300 stones, summons. You get to summon, there's discount summons, and then there's tickets.
Right.
Top tier units, the best banners we've seen at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a dope account and like that, like nothing.
True.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me just, and I'm the type of, like just like how I watch my anime, I like to just like binge on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know what? Like, I know there's a lot of people out there that probably been playing this game for a while, maybe on and off, just like I did. And remember, this is when LRs were still a little scarce
Right.
Now it's kind of like normal. But even now, there's people that don't even have LRs.
Which is still crazy to me. I think, like, I don't want to say this because it sounds awful, but honestly, I think if you're at that point, reroll.
You just, reroll.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's a lot of people, like how I used to be. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have the ability to do it. I didn't have a computer that was strong enough to even run an Android emulator, which is like, dude, you have a computer. How can it run an Android? Like, what?
I mean, Kayvon has a literal potato that he's talking to us on, and he can run Dokkan, so...
Yeah, see, and so I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna just do this, because why not? Like, I got there's a lot of people out there that have really crappy Dokkan accounts, and I just wanna throw them a bone, you know what I mean? And then I've done 2 huge giveaways already. Hashtag the greatest Dokkan battle giveaway ever.
Right.
And Dokkan before Christmas. And I mean, I could have done one for Thanksgiving and holidays, but I ain't about that, because that's not enough time to prep the accounts, and that's not enough time to get anything that's actually worth wanting.
For what you do, yeah.
For what I do, yeah. So I at least want to, like, if you're going to get an account, you're at least going to get 1 LR and at least some Dokkan Fest. At least. And so what I do is I just reroll for however long it lets me, or however long I can take it, or however long my time allows, and I just stockpile.
I know you stockpile.
I stockpile. And so each huge giveaway I've done, no one left without an account.
That's crazy.
No one left without an account. Like,
and that's making everyone happy too, which is hard to do.
And that's trust me. After the first time, it was super hard, because, like, not only is it like, yeah, it's helping me out, it's getting me subs, getting traffic, it's helping the community, it's helping whoever I had as my requirement, whoever I want to help, because it's just mostly just like everyone's getting elevated at that point,
right?
You know, the boys that I have that are with me, that I'm trying to, help out, throw a little bit of love their way, maybe get some new eyes on their content, maybe, get eyes on my content. Like, some people, like, I've had a lot of my viewers, a lot of my diehard, like, they came for the giveaway, but then they've stayed, and it's been almost over a year, and they're still here. I'm like, dude, we don't need an account. We just like watching. We just like being here. You know what I mean? And it's like, wow. And it's kind of like I mean, you gain the benefits, but then you also lose a lot too.
How so?
Because it's not like every subscriber that subscribes, because you set these requirements. You got to subscribe, you got to like the video, you got to comment. Right. It's like, at the end of the day, if they don't feel like they win, or they've used you. I mean, it's unfortunate, but they've used all of you up, and they don't need you anymore. They're gonna unsub.
Fair enough.
That's the cruel reality. But at the same time, it's like, I'm like, those aren't the viewers I wanted anyways.
True, that is true.
The few that stuck around, that like actually like me for me, that enjoy the content, that like interacting with me, that like watching me, that I actually gain, like I actually gain like happiness from interacting with them. I it's worth it.
Right.
If I can get that diamond out of the whole dirt that was in my little sifter, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because those diehards are the ones that you want.
Right. Of course.
And if I can get those diehards at the same time as helping the community, as the same time as helping my boys, as the same time growing my channel to get even bigger, it's literally a win for everybody. And the only thing that it takes is my sanity.
I mean,
which I don't mind. I don't mind going through all the it gives me, it's kind of like, you know what? Like, this person probably doesn't know what's going on. If it makes them happy to get that LR Goku and Frieza and Ichigo, it just so many shots at Ichigo.
It's all right. We already shot lots of shots of you two.
Hey, dude, I'm old. Okay. No, but so the reason why I go through all that trouble is because you have people that do giveaways 1,500, but one person gets that and everyone's salty afterwards.
Yes, true, very true.
And you get those people that you know what, they're like, oh, can I get an account? It's like, yeah, sure, why not? Here, take one.
You do appeal the masses, though, because when people come into my streets like that, I'm like, moderators, handle them.
Oh no!
Banned.
That's only during the giveaway season. Anytime during the, I'm like, you gotta wait 3 more months, buddy. Just like everybody else. No, you may not have another. You do not pass go. No one does.
Do not collect and pass.
You don't collect no accounts. You don't get nothing from me. And then some of them are cool with it. Some of them cuss me out, get super salty about it. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be here in 2 months. Bet.
Unfortunately, I've seen both.
Same. But I mean, it's kind of like how I deal with trolls too. It's like, you know what? Like, if you're angry with life, it's okay, dude. Come here. Come home. Come on home.
Come on home.
You're welcome here, dude. If you want to rage, go ahead. Rage. If it makes you feel better, go ahead. Come on home. It's okay. I'm that pillow that you cry at night. Punch and beat up. Does it make you feel better? Okay. But that don't mean I'm not gonna clap back though.
Of course.
I'm a pillow that fights back.
I prefer my pillows not to punch me in the face. Thank you.
No, it's okay. You get that. The hair pet. The pillow's all petting you. You're sleeping. You're like, oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I know where this is going.
Nah, you're good. But I do like your positive mentality on it.
I mean, dude, it's like, it's whatever, man. It's like, there's not really like. See, I was gonna get super
Deep?
No, super dark.
Oh.
At the end of the day, it
we'll
doesn't
avoid that
like
for
it.
now.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever. It's like, it's cool.
You're a goober.
Yeah. You're right.
All right, Kayvon, it's your time, my boy. You've had time to recuperate. Rev those fires up.
Yo, pause real quick. Yo, I just realized you guys' like profile pictures match, and you guys are like looking at each other, and I'm over here like.
We kind of do that every time that we decide to have new profile pictures. We always match.
Like, you guys are like matching, and then like you guys are like, "Hey, hi, I'm Kayvon. I'm Epic YouTube," and then like my profile picture is like, "I'm talking over here. I want to be part of it too. Hello." I'm trying to grab the mic.
Oh my goodness! All right, well, only have a few more questions left. So,
okay, Kayvon.
Why did you choose Honton for your name?
Like I said, I've had it for. I mean, I've been doing this. I've had the name Honton for like over a decade.
But why? Like, what sparked that name?
Okay, so when I was younger, and even up until like I don't know, maybe when I was like 20, 21.
When I was a young. Sorry, I had to do it. Go ahead.
When I was okay. No, I used to. Before I was Honton, I was Chaos. That was kind of like what I went by.
That sounded very metaphorical.
It sounded very edgy.
Before Honton,
Before Honton, there was nothing but chaos. No, but I'm like, yeah, I'll go by that. But then like I kind of wanted something. Here we go. Here's the keyword, guys. What's the keyword of the day? Original. So, just like every anime loving weeaboo back in the day, I'm like, you know what? What's the Japanese word for chaos? And the answer to that question comes right after our advertisement from Samsung. S10. No. So the Japanese word for chaos is konton.
Interesting.
And I'm like, that sounds like shizzle.
Yeah.
I don't like that. K's suck. Nothing against K-Von. I love you, K-Von. But konton, I don't like that.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm like, what sounds better? Let's throw an H in that bizzle.
Why an H though? Just because it sounded good?
It was there. I can't, dude. This was I'm telling you, over a decade ago, dude.
Like, were you going like ton, like con, like?
I'm like,
slan.
No, I didn't go. Anton, Bonton, Conton, Tonton, Pontons. I didn't do no rap or anything, but like I'm like, you know, H is, I don't know, H sounded better there. But then like it came along with the whole, oh man, I want, he's that Horton. I'm like, ooh, you dumb, you illiterate, you can't read. That's an N, not an R. Oh. But it's kind of just like, I kind of take it. And I'm like, Honton, here's a who? I'm like, no, I hear a dumb. Okay. Explicitive.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so yeah.
Interesting.
Next question.
What about the X Live though?
I had the X there back in the day too. Like it was Honton X. Mm-hmm. Even on my old account, it's Honton X. Even on the other thing, even on the like Instagram, Honton X, all that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, the X Live came after I started streaming again, right? And I was streaming on Honton X, and like that was my music channel and my kind of everything channel. But one day, on YouTube, I had the great idea to say, you know what I want to do on YouTube? I want to watch Dragon Ball Super with the stream.
Yeah.
And I also want to listen to copyrighted music.
Yeah.
So I got that quick ban hammer from YouTube, my boy.
Oh no.
So I'm like, you know what? Let's just start over.
Yikes! So the only thing left to make was Honton X Live.
And I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna stream on it and like make videos there about like games and whatnot, and like kind of an all around channel. Mm-hmm. So it just became, I'm like, you know, I'll just throw it live there. And I'm like, nice. No one else has live in their name. I might as well do it. And then
you gotta be the boy.
Now other people are starting to have X and live on their name, and I'm like,
Wait, but what about Nichigo X?
He had his. I think he had it at the same. Like he just had it one day.
I mean, granted, Nietzsche did take his name from the original Nichigo, but
I mean, I don't know about that. You're gonna have to interview him to find out.
Hey, there you go.
In the next episode of so, but yeah, so. Yeah. I just created it and it happened, and I just started doing the same thing I did before, and here I am now.
Interesting.
Fair enough.
Next question.
What's the reason behind you doing YouTube?
Because I've been on this platform for like over a decade again.
But what was the original reason?
Because I just wanted to make YouTube videos.
That's it?
Yeah. Okay, so like nowadays there's kids that want to be YouTube because it's an actual career. For me, it's just like, dude, I just wanted to like put my stuff out there and like just chill and
I
make
can respect
videos,
that.
have fun, and make people laugh and make friends. Like it's just it's just another thing. It's just like I always have to be doing something, like whether it's playing guitar, making music, making like cover videos, making original song videos, making Dokkan videos, making like live stream video, like anything, like anything that has to do with it. Like I used to do skits, I used to do like vlogs, I used to do a bunch of stuff, and it's just kind of like I just do stuff whatever I feel like doing. Like even right now, like what I want to get right now. And I've been wanting, and I'm just like doing all the things that I've wanted to do since I was little, but I couldn't do it until now. Like streaming video games, I wanted to do that. Like, I'm actually looking up like ballad songs right now. You know what ballad songs are? Butterfly knives.
I mean, I know what those are, but how does that relate to music?
Oh no, it's just another thing that I want to do. It's another thing that like. It's another hobby. It's another thing. Like,
right. I got you.
I also want to get another yo-yo, and I want to try yo-yoing again.
That'd be
Like-
sick. Yo-yoing with Honton. I can't wait
Yo.
for it.
Yo, dude, you never know. You never know what I'm gonna do, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all whatever I want to do.
But I like it.
I can respect that. All right. What's your favorite video you've ever made? In your case, I guess maybe stream you've done.
Or both.
I don't know about stream.
The panda mask one.
That one was definitely a good one. Another. Okay, basically all the streams that I've had where I've had guests, I've loved it.
Okay.
Those are always my favorite. But as for video, oh man, see, it's kind of like I can't say anything, but maybe like my latest one.
Really?
Probably because it's kind of like, I mean, like I do like my older videos, but it's like, you ever get that feeling where you like look at old content and you're like, I can't believe I did that?
Yeah, all the time.
And you get that cringe factor. It's kind of like that.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay.
like it's hard for me. It's super hard for me to watch the #Greatest Dokkan Battle giveaway trailer. It's super hard for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have some older videos on some other channels too that I go back and I'm like, why did I do that?
It's like I'm proud of it, but I'm so like, like.
Yeah, it's so.
Did I really
cringy.
say something? Did I really say something that like you?
Dumb. Yeah.
No, not even dumb, but just like so like, what are you saying right now? Because I think like the quote that like makes me cringe the most is like during that, it was when I was summoning and everything, and I was explaining to people why I was doing what I was doing. Like, why are you summoning for all of this? And then they're like, oh, you're not a Dokkan king. You're not a Dokkan king. You're not a whale like the truth. And I'm like, I don't need to be like the truth. I don't need to be somebody that spends money on their
Yes.
account.
Say the quote. Say the quote, please.
Yeah, I don't need to be a person that spends all the account for the LRs just for them. Like a true LR king, like summons LRs for his kingdom, something like that.
Dang.
And I'm like, I can't watch it no more. I gotta shut it off.
Yeah,
because
they're LR gods because they summon for themselves, but a king gives back to his people.
Yeah, that's exactly what something like that. And I'm like,
Beautiful.
I can't watch it. I can't believe I said something like that. Like,
I love that quote though. I don't know why. Every time I'm like, that makes me want to rise up.
rise up, let's go.
Exactly.
No, but legit, like I like those videos, but I just can't watch them sometimes.
I can watch them for you.
But yeah, like, I mean, each video I do, like I put in like a lot of time putting into it. Like, I know some people like can just like boom, like post out a video, but it's like, would I watch those videos? No.
Right. I got you.
Like, actually, you know what? One video I really liked doing. It was my top 5 most underrated Dokkan tubers. I put so much research into that, and I just did it just to do it. And then out of nowhere, I saw a lot of people start making lists, and I'm like, oh, interesting.
I know there are some people, we won't talk about that, but there are some people who do almost exclusively lists, it feels like, but...
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course, but we need those people too.
True, that is true.
But
That
it's
doesn't
like,
mean that I'm
no,
not gonna cry
but
about
I mean, like, no, like, specifically, like, top 5 most underrated Dokkan tubers list. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, this is not even a person that I thought would make this video.
Now I gotta look it up.
Right? And I'm like, huh, interesting. I'm like, I mean, you could have, like, thrown a little nod at somebody, you know, like, oh, you know what, I got this idea from the boy Honton or something, but, you know, you need to be original, go ahead.
Right, yeah. Taking content, of course, is original.
It's alright. I don't mind it. Like, I'm definitely gonna make a part 2 to that.
Oh, good.
To be honest,
Okay.
yeah, but it takes a long time. Like, that was the first time I've ever created a script.
Yeah, that's hard the first time.
And I'm like, oh my god! I remember being on Twitter and just complaining about it. Like, I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't want to do this. But
to be honest,
I wanted to try something new. You know.
I searched that up, like, top 5 underrated Dokkan YouTubers, and your video doesn't even come up.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Right?
But hey, you know?
Hold on. I need to look that up too.
Go for it. That's just the YouTube space we live in, you know? Yep. Alright, while you're,
wow, it doesn't even...
I know.
You want to take this next question, Theo, considering...
Oh, yes, of course. I love memes.
I don't like the voices you guys put. Like,
yeah. What is your favorite meme revolving around your channel?
Revolving what?
Around your channel.
I don't know.
You don't know? Think about it for a second.
Okay.
You need to. Like Ningen said when he was on here, the Lobster Lord thing with the Super 17. Mine would definitely be Buhan.
I was gonna say yours is Buhan.
Of course.
Dang, that's a hard one.
I mean, one of my favorite mini channel memes from you. This isn't like a big thing, but when we were pulling for Broly.
Yo, dude, that hurts.
And when I pulled them and you were about to be so mad, and then he popped up in the multi, and I was like, thank God.
Yo. Yeah, definitely moments where I'm in pain is always fun.
This pain only makes me stronger.
But like,
yeah,
the shouting Pikachu
hurts.
meme was funny.
Oh yeah, that I mean, yeah.
Stuff like that too.
I think my favorite meme on my channel probably has to be totally stepping on Nichigo.
Hi, that counts.
No, legit, like there's a specific moment that just happened, and like I know you would love it. It was I was on a 3,000 stone account, and I was summoning on the step up banner, and then legit, I was like, okay, guys, take your guess at what LR I'm gonna pull, and then Nichigo's like, don't pull Goku and Frieza, and the whole chat is gonna be Goku and Frieza. And I just clicked so slowly, and they just popped up, and he just left. He just left. And then it happened again.
Oh my!
And I'm like, I was on the Kale and Khalifa banner, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, oh, look at that, we're getting an LR. Kale and Khalifa popped up. And I'm like, okay, cool. And we were continuing. At the end of the the summon, Goku and Frieza come up, and he's never left the voice chat so fast, and he never came back.
That's so
He
funny.
and I streamed for like 4 more hours. He left. He had to he went to take a shower. He ate dinner. He just
He had to have a moment.
he just left, and it was just
so
me and the entire chat just laughing.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
Yeah, I think Goku's Goku. Because I was gonna say Goku and Frieza, but Nichigo's demise is always fun to me. But that's
Fair
my boy.
enough.
I feel that.
And-
But that's how
and-
you
and-
be homies, you know?
Yeah, but then I don't like it when people start to smack talk him, but it's that's my homie, dude.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
That's like
I
me
can
and
do
Kayvon.
that.
I clown on him all the time, and someone says something, I'm like, no.
What do you say? You about to put them paws up, homie?
Exactly. Yo,
About to get slided on.
put that Facebook account information in the chat and see what happens next. Yo, come up with that transfer code, bro.
Yo, you not down? You not down?
You're not down.
Yo.
Come on.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
1v1
Alright.
me.
Yo,
All right,
Dokkan
last-
PvP. Let's go.
Oh my god. Alright, last question from me. What do you do in your free time outside of YouTube?
Work.
Oh, well,
Sleep.
okay, you can't just say that. I already knew that.
What? That's literally like
hobby-wise. Besides
Okay.
music, we do know that already.
dang it.
You talked about that
well,
earlier.
One of my favorite hobbies is my girlfriend.
I mean, hey, you know, that counts.
But like I said, definitely music, creating music, watching. I mean, I'm not watching, but like talking to homies, whether it's Epic Mewtwo, Sir Loaf, or Nichigo, or talking to my girl, or talking to one of the viewers, or one of my mods, or YouTube surfing.
That is definitely a free time activity of mine that I frequent quite a bit.
But like I said before, I really want to get a ballad song.
Yo, what is that? Is it an instrument?
It's a butterfly knife.
Oh, it's a type. Okay.
No, it's just like the actual name for a butterfly knife. Butterfly knife is just like a nickname for ballad song.
Oh,
Interesting.
It's like a French derived knife, but it was like made popular in the Philippines.
Interesting.
Yeah, because your boy's Filipino.
Right. Of course. Represent.
And I was playing with knives when I was a kid. When I really wasn't supposed to be. But no, like I said, like things that I wanted as a kid, I'm finally getting to do it now, which is kind of sad, but kind of good because I'm more responsible now
How's that
for the
sad?
most part. Because
You're achieving your dreams, aren't you?
yeah, no, I mean, but like it's sad in a happy way. You know what I mean? It's like
What?
dang. I know. It seems kind of like oxymoronish, but it's like I can't believe I finally get to do things that I've always wished I can do. I didn't think I was ever gonna get to a point in my life where I can actually do things that I wanted. Because I mean, like I said, I didn't come from a great family or and I haven't. I'm not I wasn't always the good kid at school or anything. I mean, I'm not saying I'm stupid, but the only reason why I have F's is because I didn't show up,
Right.
or something like that.
Right.
But we all go through our trials and tribulations, but at the same time it's like at one point I knew I was happy in my childhood, but the next moment things turned really bad. So and then at that point it's okay, after high school I went straight to work, and the work I was doing was really legit backbreaking, getting abused type of work.
Right. Physically, yeah.
Physically and emotionally and mentally.
Okay.
I mean, y'all know what CNAs are, right?
Yes.
So,
I think so, yeah.
they're the certified nursing assistants. So they're basically like the lowest of the low in the medical food chain.
Right.
So it's kind of like, and I went 3 years, and then not only that, but like it was kind of like things were always going bad for me at that time. I went through a breakup as soon as I get a job, and it's like, oh, things were looking up, but now it's looking down. And then I just drowned myself in work, but then work was literally backbreaking because they would overload me with patients. Legally, I was supposed to have like 20 max 20 patients or 16 to 18 patients. I was getting like 30 patients a night.
Wow.
And it's hard to take care of 30 patients, and these are like not just like regular patients. People think that when you work night shift, people are always asleep, but they're not. They're as asleep as we are right now. We're not asleep. We're talking. We're up. But then they have the added fact that a lot of them have dementia, and they like throwing themselves out of bed.
Right.
And if anything happens to them, that's my job. So imagine that, and then imagine getting punched in the face by these people, and they're old people are strong.
I mean, yeah, you're pretty strong.
So, swear to God, I'm gonna pull a Goku and freeze him and Ichigo. Swear to God. No, but so like going through all that trouble and going through school, and then, I mean, I actually had like a breakdown in one of my streams. Now that I remember it.
Dang.
Because literally, it got to that breaking point. It's like, I think it was like I don't know. It was like I was still going. I think I just finished school, and it's been a couple of months, and I was applying to every job I could apply to. That was for my career. And it was just like 8 months worth of applying and like getting 1 or 2 callbacks and wasting my time and not getting a job. And on top of that, like I was going through the thought of my mom being in a nursing home, because while I was in school learning about strokes, my mom had a stroke.
Wow.
So and then like I was like, okay, so on top of working at night and then as soon as I leave work, I go to school, and then I don't even have a car at that point. I was taking public transportation. So like time was really, really short for me, and it's like, dude, I can't see my mom. I'm going through school. And I had to make that conscious decision that like I can't quit school,
right? Because
my mom wouldn't want me to quit school, and the whole reason why I wanted to start school was so that we could live, a little bit more comfortably,
right?
But then like thinking about all of that, all of the work I put into, like all of those emotions that like I was holding in, and then not having a job for 8 months. Like I just broke down one day on stream, and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry guys that you had to witness this kind of stress.
I mean, I totally forgot. Point, yeah.
I totally forgot what the question was.
No. It was what do you do in your?
Oh yeah. What do I do? Yo, dude, those tangents though.
I mean, hey, that's been the whole podcast, but I'm enjoying it.
No, but yeah, like going through all this stuff, and then like only now, like it's like I finally get to start to do the things that I want. I got a job. My relationship with my girlfriend is stronger than ever.
Good.
My channel. It's dying, but it's also like I'm also at the point where it's like I don't care. I'm happy, like for the most part, as long as I pull UI Goku.
I mean, I don't think your channel's dying. It's just kind of on a low.
Yeah, and it's whatever.
That's
but
the other
it's
thing
like,
too. Well, real quick, just at this
Yeah, go
time
ahead.
too in YouTube, the views aren't as plentiful because it's right before
yeah.
summer, so it's always a
yeah.
downtime.
So when summer comes, it's cool. We're all fearing the storm right now.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm ready for summer. I'm trying to hammer that content out, but anyway.
So it's like that's why I said it's kind of like it's like I'm happy, but it's like it's also really sad. Like it's like dang, like can't believe like this is actually happening. Like after all that, it's like look at that. You finally get a break for once.
For once, yeah. But yeah,
But yeah.
it'd be like that, you know.
Next question.
All right. So we have actually arrived at the final question.
Really? How long has it been?
Well, according to
2 hours.
The OBS, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yo, you told me 30 minutes. What is this?
Well, you were the one talking.
Yeah, this is a
Yo,
little bit
dude,
your fault, man.
dude,
Sorry.
I can't work under these conditions. No, just kidding.
We're already
Let's
this far. Don't tip yet.
No, dude. I better be getting overtime. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I got you. I'll hit you up with
No.
a cookie.
Yo, if I never get that cookie, I know where you live. You're about to get loafed. You're about to get loafed right now.
Oh my goodness.
That, dude.
I'm just kidding. Okay, let's
All right.
go.
So, this is actually not a question for you, but given that we've been asking you questions for this long now, we're going to give you an opportunity to ask me and Kayvon anything you want. It can be the same question for both of us. It can be a different question for each of us. But you get a question, ask anything. It can be what kind of toenail clippers do we use? Doesn't matter. Whatever you want. Actually, please don't make it that. You get the point. Do toenail clippers have brands?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyhow,
Never thought about that before. Wally, well, give him a minute to think. But while he's thinking, Kayvon, you looking real pink over there, bro.
what?
You looking real pink over there, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Okay. So, my question goes to both of y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since I've told you guys so much about me, what do you guys feel was your lowest point in your life?
Oh, we're getting deep.
And not only that, but what are your highest moments in your life? And I mean that in like the spiritual like
Right.
I feel great. I don't mean like
I mean, I
like
could
in
tell
the-
you my highest moment in life when I was standing at the highest place I've ever been.
So, and also, what are your aspirations for later in life? Like, where do you want to be?
Okay.
Like, what do you want to achieve for both of you?
Kayvon, do you want to start?
I didn't expect this kind of question. I'm
Yeah.
Getting blindsided, boy.
Put them palms up. Put them
Theo,
palms
you
up.
first.
Okay.
I'll give you guys some time to think. It's cool.
Yeah. So-
Anyways, the viewers, if you guys are still here, I really do want to thank you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Also hit the
Oh my
subscribe button. If
goodness.
you haven't even subscribed yet, what's the matter with y'all? You guys sat through all of this free content and you guys didn't subscribe? Come on. And if I sent you here, please subscribe. You know Epic is the boy. Kayvon is also the new boy that I've talked to before, but we didn't get to talk a lot. But
I mean, we've talked for 2 hours now. So.
oh, dude, y'all learned more about me than I knew about myself.
We're getting real deep out here.
Oh, dude, it's the only way Honton goes, baby.
All right. So I think I have. Isn't it so bad that it's so much easier to think of bad instances than it is of good?
Yeah.
It's really human because even for YouTube, like a lot of the times you skip over the positive comments,
That's true.
and sometimes you just gotta clap back or you gotta set some boys right when they ain't falling in line. You know what I mean?
I thought you meant send some boys through. I was like, whoa, chill. Like me, Nietzsche, pulling up in your comment section.
Yo, get him.
Sicko boys.
Yo, your hairline worse than Buhan's.
You don't got no hair though.
Exactly.
Oh. At least Kayvon has like one hair kind of with that big thing coming out the top of his head.
Yo.
Exactly.
All right.
Shouts to.
So, lowest point. It's so bad I could think of a couple.
Let it out, baby.
One of my lowest points. I don't even. Wow, I've never actually really talked like big about this before. I guess.
You know. I'm an occupational therapist.
Oh.
So.
This was. Let me think about this.
Hold on. What time is it? I could still do it.
20. Just make sure it ain't copyrighted.
It's my original song.
Okay, good. Are you gonna claim me?
Yep.
Oh, bet. That was his plan all along.
Baby.
Okay, so I believe this was, yeah, it had to be 2016. So it was really low in life because not only was I failing college classes because I wasn't really motivated for college at the time. I also have a thing called irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, where basically it's extreme stomach pain and nausea, or that's what it used to be. We got the nausea under control by me going gluten-free, but it's awful because it's just stomach pain whenever it happens. I can't control it or anything like that. And it also, this is going to be a little bit TMI, but too bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
That basically, like, I feel like I have to poop all the time, like 24/7, even though I know that my system's cleared, right? Like, even right now, we've been sitting here the whole time. That's what I've been feeling, right? But that's just 24/7 for me. That's just how it is. So I'm in the bathroom for a long time because I feel like I have to go, even though, you know, nothing ain't happening. So because of that, I was missing a lot of classes and ended up failing a lot of classes just because, you know, I couldn't take the classes because I'd be at home in the bathroom, right? Or I'd be up so late in the bathroom that I couldn't, you know, really do nothing. So
it was like an illness that was like holding you back.
Well, I still have that today. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But
Right.
It was affecting you like even more.
Not only that, at the time as well, my then girlfriend broke up with me, who, like, literally, even we talked about getting married before, which, you know, that's, you know, crazy. I won't get into too much of that because that could be a whole nother hour discussion. But that, and then, of course, this is nothing against my boy, but Abel, he's been on the channel before. He left for the military, right? And he was my best friend. That man literally came over every single Sunday since junior high.
Wow.
So junior high through high school, he was there every single Sunday. That is my boy right there. And, you know, he went off to the military, and, you know, the first Sunday passed, and I was like, wow, he ain't here, you know? And so all that combined together was really, really hard. So that was, I think, my lowest point in my life, because that, like, I don't want to, you know, people get depressed sometimes for no reason, and that, like, it's a real mental struggle because you're like, I shouldn't be depressed, but, you know, I am, right?
Yeah.
And that's not to say, you know, I'm not obviously in the boat of, like, depression doesn't exist or anything like that. I think all that is just horse, you know, but, you know, at that time, like, you know, I had been depressed at another point in my life before, but I had sort of gotten over that hump. But it definitely wasn't for a big enough reason. And I felt like it was like, you know, why am I depressed? You know, but at that time it was like, wow, all this stuff is really just pressing down on me. Right. And like, you know, I did really feel depressed. And, you know, I've had plenty of reason to be, right. And, you know, lots of motivation, whatever. So That I would say probably so far has been the lowest point. There's been other points, but I think all of that kind of combined just really put me into a rut. I have gotten a lot better since then, though. I actually, funny enough, I see, or well, not funny enough. I was thinking of it because I'm going to go see him tomorrow, actually. But I do see a therapist, right?
Yeah.
And it was more so for around that time when all that stuff was happening a lot. I still see them now. To be honest, I might actually be like, I feel like I am in a good enough position where I could probably not see them anymore, but I kind of enjoy it because, just talking to them and hearing like someone who, studied the mind, kind of, and hearing their perspective on it. Plus, they're just a nice person. It's always good to talk to somebody about what's going on.
For sure.
So that's improved though since then, which is good. There's a lot of things that help that. I mean, I really enjoy doing YouTube. So even just sitting here like talking about this and just like talking about Dokkan, I don't know, makes you really happy. So
Yeah, definitely.
all that. That was probably the lowest point though, I would say. There were points before, but that was definitely like
Like everything, if just
Right.
felt like everything was just weighing on you. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, like
Falling
this
apart.
sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
I feel you, bro. Definitely
Yeah.
feel you.
Highest point? That's hard. See, there's points where like, I felt like really proud of myself and other things like that, but some of my, I would say like, I don't know, I can't really pinpoint a best point in my life. I think it would be more of like, sort of like a period maybe. Some of my favorite memories, funny enough, are not related to video games at all, actually.
Yeah.
Are when I was in Boy Scouts, we went camping a lot. All those camping trips were always so much fun. There were so many great camping trips that I went on that I'll just like never forget. And even going to like what I would probably consider, I mean, obviously, of where I've been to, like my favorite place on earth, called Devil's Lake. It's up in Wisconsin. It is, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful there. Like, it's this sort of like a bowl, I guess. There's like a lake in the middle, and it's like covered by boulders and rocks. So, like, in this sort of like big high bowl. It's kind of like shaped like a football field. Except, like, the football field is a lake, right? But what's so cool about it is you climb up these giant, like, car-sized boulders on the side of this mountain. And you climb up to the top. Right. And I mean, I'm a person who I really like climbing. I enjoy that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, that part's really fun, climbing up. But then when you get to the top and you can see over the bowl, like that, when you're on the ground, you can only see up to the top. Right. And so you can see over it. So not only are you looking down on the lake and the rest of like all this rock around you, you can see over it and like all these trees and, just like beautiful.
I could just
scenery.
imagine the view. I could just imagine, dude.
It's so great. There's actually a picture there. The only time I've ever put a wallpaper of myself on my phone was a picture that my mom took of me, like, really close to the ledge, like, just kind of looking out at the landscape. And, that's just, like, literally one of my favorite places on earth. I've been there a couple of times before. I want to go back this summer, actually.
So that's, like, literally your highest place, and is that your highest place?
Yeah, funny enough. Yeah, literally my highest place. And also, like, I don't know, just, like, I don't want to get into, like, energy and vibe type stuff, but, like...
No, dude,
just,
get into it.
The energy and vibes up there, I don't know. It's just great.
No, I totally get you. There's, like, some places where it just makes you feel like, wow, things are pretty good. Like, Like, it just makes you feel good, and there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Whether it's energy, aura, or even ki, because
With Dragon Ball
like
boys.
not just Dragon Ball. I mean like actual like because ki's an actual a belief
Philosophy,
that
yeah.
people have, yeah. So I mean, like, whether it's any of those things, dude, like, you can definitely feel like it's just there's just something different when you're there that you feel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's like, I don't know. Like, there's other times in my life when I've been really happy, but I don't know. Just like that place just like, oh, I mean, already there's so many great memories from just, being there, but every new time I go, there's never been a time that I haven't enjoyed myself there. Like, every time it's just so beautiful being up there, and especially being up there with friends too is always so great.
I bet.
Yeah, climbing with a bunch of people, especially when they're pretty good at climbing too. Not that like, going up there with new people is a bad thing, but like I've gone up there with a couple of people who are experienced, and we just like fly up the mountain because we're just whatever. But getting to the top is always worth it. Huh?
I said you're just going ham.
Yes, exactly. But no, the top is always worth it. The view, like, it's so good. You feel really tired from doing all that, obviously, but like, man, it's so worth it. So I don't know. That's probably like, whenever I go there, I'd say probably every time that I've been there has been definitely one of my like top highest places. So yeah, I love that place. As for dreams and aspirations, I mean, besides, the normal ones, I guess, like a family and, a nice house, whatever. Really finding, because like also too, through that time, that was one of the hard time I was talking about before. I was sort of, trying to decide if what I really wanted to do was what the passion that I wanted to do my whole life was, which was also kind of scary because like my whole life, I was like, I want to write stories for video games because I love video games, obviously. And I love telling stories. And I wanted to combine those two things and do that. But
that's lit.
I was sort of thinking about it, and I was like, well, for people, what they want to do, like for a job that they really, really want to pursue, we're not just talking like a desk assistant or something like that, right? They pursue it in their free time, and they do things related to in their free time. Like if you want to be an astronaut, you're doing research on past astronauts and like learning about NASA and the program and learning about space, right? It's stuff that intrigues you, right? And like, scientists, you're learning about how the world works, and like, you're learning about science, but like, like outside of, like maybe some classes that I was taking related to it, I was like, I'm not doing anything related to this. Is this what I really want to do? Not that it wouldn't be what I want to do, but is this like really, really what I want to do? So I don't know. I'm still kind of trying to figure that out now. But I think definitely one of my aspirations would just be to find the job that I would really, really like. I was meant for, I guess I would say. Yeah, right now. And I mean, obviously, YouTube, always want to be on the come up, always want to grow the channel, of course. That's always an aspiration to hopefully, become...
Achieve.
Right, become one of the more, well-known people, and like, as much as that is a fun aspiration, I just want people to enjoy my content.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's really why I do YouTube, to, have people enjoy my videos. Because if someone didn't enjoy the video, then why'd I upload it? You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy making it myself too, but I want other people to enjoy the content as well. So, yeah.
For sure.
For right now, I guess that's me. All right.
Dude, well, thank you for telling me that, dude.
You're welcome. Bubblegum boy?
Whose turn is it?
It's your turn.
You had time.
You did have a lot of time.
And I still got nothing.
Oh my gosh, you have to.
You can't end it. You can't end it like that. Come on.
You told me some stuff before. Come on, share. You don't have to get into details. You can just like,
Yeah,
I really don't know where to begin. Is the thing.
Where to at the beginning.
Start somewhere.
Because I mean, as much as I don't want to say it, most of my life has been a low point.
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
Like, I don't know where I could really go from there.
Well,
Okay,
where do you want to go in the future?
Up.
Well, I mean, I can help you. Come on down to Devil's Lake and I got you on that one.
I mean, he's not lying either.
True.
Y'all gonna go up.
I mean, I guess when it comes to like at least like high spirited moments or whatever, like at least just when I'm talking to friends, usually just that's when I feel the most like at one with myself. I guess. Just I don't know.
It's
Nah,
kind of
that's
like
good.
it's kind of like that's where you truly feel like your true self can come out, and you can like branch out and
Yeah, pretty much.
not be so secluded in your own mind, because sometimes you are your own worst enemy, and you kind of like get yourself into your brain,
Yeah.
No, believe me, I am.
and you end up thinking, and you probably end up thinking too much, huh?
On a daily basis,
I feel you,
at
dude.
least
Trust.
like 22 hours I'm overthinking something.
See, dude, I feel you, dude. I feel you. Trust. But let me just tell you, dude, you're not alone. And those that are listening, you guys aren't alone either, dude. Legit. Like a lot of people feel like they're alone, but you could always, talk to somebody.
This is an interview, not an intervention.
I'm just branching out, bro.
He's just being Honton. We're getting down to the root of Honton X Live.
That's how
I
it
guess
is,
we
bro.
are, yeah.
Like Honton, like I said, dude, Honton gets deep.
And that's good.
And if you guys in the chat feel that way, either leave a comment about your own stories.
Definitely.
And
Sure, why not?
you guys need to answer my question too if you're still here.
Oh, yeah. The real ones. You know what I mean?
Real homies.
Yep.
The real Honton's homies. Oh. All right. Well, what about aspirations?
I mean, at this point, I don't know anymore, but like, it used to just be making my own company to sell video games.
Yo.
I mean, hey, that's still something.
Yo, legit. You know what's funny? Like when I was in high school, I had aspirations on owning my own business too, but it's kind of like that, but it's kind of like running my own arcade.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like an old like but it's not just an arcade. I also wanted to make it like kind of an everything place, kind of like, you want video games, we got video games. You want to play on the PC, we got PC. You want to skate, you want somewhere to skate, we got a skate like bowl in there or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like a half pipe or something. You
Right.
want to rock climb, we got rock climbing there too, baby. We got everything you want.
That sounds dope,
Little
actually.
hungry?
Can
You
you
little
do that for
hungry?
me?
Yo, dude, if I had the money, I would.
Yo, Bet, I got you. That stone money be going to something else, boy.
Yo, dude, that money that I'm gonna get from claiming your video, I'm gonna go straight to that, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm gonna call it?
Huh?
I'm gonna call it home. Come on home,
Come on, no.
come on home, come on.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
with that,
That was
Hey.
great. That was a great way to end it. Y'all, thank you so
Hey.
much for sticking with us here. If you made it to the end, definitely let us know. That was a long one, but that was
this is
good.
going to be the longest podcast
Yes.
episode.
This
I'm
is our
sorry,
record.
dude. When it
No.
comes to Honton, a lot of things end up being
This is
long.
going to be a 4-hour episode.
Nah, it's all good. I mean, hey, that's the whole point. You know, we're having a conversation. We get to know, you go down the rabbit trail, you go on some tangents,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's just the more that we get to know about you.
Hell yeah.
This is truly an interview.
Yo,
60
dude.
minutes, eat your heart out, my dude.
Yeah, dude.
60 minutes, more like 4 times 60 minutes.
240 minutes.
Hey. I mean, well, including the news, but you get the point.
All
Anyway,
right, I
y'all.
forgot.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel so bad for whoever like finished the first part of the podcast, and they come to this. They're like, oh, they just saw like they went through. How long is it? Your first part is normally like an hour, right?
Half an hour, usually.
Half an 30 minutes. Dude,
Yeah.
20
they're
to
like,
30
okay,
minutes.
it's like 30 minutes, and then they look at the timestamp. They're like, oh, it's still in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
at the beginning of the window.
They're
No.
expecting
5
all this
seconds
news.
have passed.
Well, thank you for interviewing me and having me on
Of
your
course,
show.
thank you for coming on.
And you know what? I think there's definitely something that I think I could say you were wrong on now. You are interesting. I'm
not that interesting, dude. That was pretty boring, dude.
We've been sitting here for 3 hours talking about how interesting you are.
Nah, you tripping, dude. It's only been like 5 minutes.
Facts. Yo, you on Frieza time, my boy?
Hey, you know it.
Well, we will definitely be having you back on in the future to talk about whatever topic it may be.
Hey, dude. Happy to oblige anytime.
Thank you, my boy. And of course, if you see Honton's name in the title, you know it's gonna be a long one.
Yo, dude, for reals. I'm not even I didn't even mean for it to go this long. It just
happened, you know?
It just happens,
I mean,
bro.
hey, we're emulating a Honton X live stream right now.
This is pretty much a Honton stream, except except there's more talking, and it's like not me talking to the audience, but like talking to someone actually like listening.
Yeah.
Like interactively.
We're here. We out here.
We out here.
Of course. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today's episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, leave a comment if you made it this far, and definitely tell us about some of your highest and lowest moments, like Honton was saying in the comments section below. We want to hear from you. Obviously, all three of us will be reading the comments on that.
Oh, you know I will be.
Oh, yeah. All right. Any parting words before we dip?
I'm asleep.
Well, I mean, I got like, a little bit, you know. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button if you liked the content, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you know the next time Epic posts a new video or goes live.
Excellent.
I know it's not a Honton X live stream or video, but you already know what it is. I'm Honton.
I'm Epic.
He's Epic.
He's Kayvon.
That's what I'm talking about.
And from all of us here at the Extreme Z Podcast crew, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Later, guys.